finishing the fight. For real this time. One way or the other. I am sorry once again to break things up like that, but just, I was thinking about it. And just, 7-hour finale. I don't have it in me to do that anymore. Hey, Scroy. I could like I don't mind doing that once in a while. Like I can go along for certain games, but when games are as talky as these ones are, I didn't want to exhaust myself, so I figured it was better to just hold off. And also, this way more people get here. Hey, Secret, glad you're able to catch up in time. Yeah, I don't think Help was here yesterday either. Last time you'll do this, bye. Yeah, last time for the high, bye, Scroy. You have a good one. I hope you enjoy this game as you finish it up. It's been a treat. I've had some issues. I've had some really, really stupid fucking YouTube comments. Like, good God. Once again. Imagine simping for Gregson. Imagine thinking Gregson is this complex character that warrants a fucking defense squad and paragraphs upon paragraphs of why he's so cool. Good fucking God. Nobody show that person some Kamen Rider characters. Their brain will explode in abject horror if they think that counts as complex. Like I said, I'm sorry, even if you like Gregson, it's like, oh, he's a corrupt cop, but he's doing it because he thinks it's for the good of his country, so it's okay. Wow. Much complex. Very writing. I just can't deal with that. Like I said, at least I can comprehend people simping for Edelgard. Like, good God, what is the appeal? What warrants this loyalty? I imagine it's the same thing that warrants the loyalty that Gregson himself has to Strongheart. Either really good healthcare or really good dick sucking. Take your pick. Hey, Murloc! Don't mind me, giving people a moment to file in. I should also update the totals. Had those random bits dropped at the end of last stream. Sub ends today, Ren. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we can finish before midnight, so you can at least have it until the very end. AA is finally gonna end. Don't be happy about that. I'm gonna miss this. Like, as frustrating as these games can get sometimes with some of the logic. Like, God fucking damn it, I love this franchise. I don't want it to be over. AA7 soon, hopefully. Speaking of Clown, the YouTuber you watched uploaded part 7 of his Black Eagle Sprout and laughed at the Bernie and Hubert support. Good. It's a good support to laugh at. There's still the crossover. I'm not that interested in the crossover. Like, again, I'm sure it's fine, but it's just gonna be hijinks, and I know that. It's like it's gonna be younger Phoenix and younger Maya. It's not gonna have any of the history. It's like, eh. Let's boop it, JC. I'm feeling better. Like I said, I was feeling fine last night. Like, I probably could have made myself finish it, but I would have started getting antsy towards the end, I know. And that's not how I want to end this. I'm not that interested in the Layton games either. Like, my gateway to the Layton games would have to be the Ace Attorney crossover. And I'm not that interested in that either. Like, puzzles? Not a fan. Puzzles in Gungaga Brain? Exactly. Alright. How long have I been rambling? 4.5 minutes? I'll give it 5. I was trying to, I'd give more time. Because I know we're about to jump back into an awkward spot with no background music or anything. But hey. We gotta end this. One way or the other. Oh yeah, let's think about that dumb comment. Yeah, I like how they were saying, like, Gregson's a much more complex villain than Strongheart, or a much more complex character than Strongheart. I'm like, I don't know anything about Strongheart's motivation yet, guy. I don't know why he's done this. I don't know if he's just power hungry. I don't know if he also feels like he's doing it for the good of his country. Like, the second part of the Genshin event. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I'll probably just wait until the third day of it's up. In like 2 more days, I think. Because if there are any cutscenes, then I can just do them all at once. Hey, Neo. Nico finished P5 Scramble and felt the same about Ichinose as I did. Yay! But did he make a really funny Taco Bell analogy? That was the best part of my finale. Also, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe I got a thing for Gantz, but, like, I don't know, I thought Strongheart was, pretty cool up until, even knowing he was probably gonna turn out to be evil. Like, I appreciated how, biz casual and cooperative with Runo he was. Yeah, no, I compared it to Michi. Like, if you think Tobias Gregson is a complex character, do not watch Kamen Rider Gaim. Your fucking brain will actually explode over Michi. Technically, it's the most complex. Not really. No. How do you define complexity? It's like that Kamen Rider build shit. Just because shit's complicated doesn't mean it's good, and also just because something's has layers to it doesn't mean it's complicated. It's just slight gray morality. Whoop-de-doo! Garrick from Star Trek. There's another fucking good one. Kind of weird that if Gant was gonna set up Rune up for failure and have it deported back to get an assassin, your own dumb thoughts. Maybe. That could have been, like, if he didn't know that Kazuma was alive, then, maybe that could have been what he was trying to set up for. But I guess we'll never know now. Ready to win the Child 50-50? Sending you all the good luck in the World Run. I will probably be skipping his banner, just because I already have him, obviously, and I'd like C1 Child, I also want Toma. So I'm gonna have to risk C1 Hu Tao. I didn't watch any of the actual event, by the way. So I'm actually gonna be blind on any story cutscenes. I doubt we'll get any. This seems like an obvious filler patch. But nonetheless. Decide I'm gonna stop doing that for now, because I do not like how much they show off. We finish in this Minato. Thank you, Kazuma. Tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. Why are rain clouds out my window and I can see it all? Nobody knows that song besides for Stan. What am I doing? Me? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have made this 11th hour discovery. What discovery? I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. My lord. I'm afraid I must insist the trial continues. I beg your pardon. I can't believe this. As the court has been reminded today already, we must stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth. And to that end, one particular statement made by somebody in this court moments ago revealed a very subtle contradiction. What contradiction? Your parents are back from America. You got candy pop rocks and Pokemon Oreos? Ooh, delicious. Very traditional American memorabilia. Pokemon Oreos. God, remember back in the day when Pokemon had fucking everything? I still have, like, some old Pokemon, jelly jars. Up in my cabinet somewhere. Just slapped them on everything. Alright, is that all? Is it just the fact that there is something else, hopefully? But all I did was ask the accused one simple question. Well, it all began with Lord Von Zieks and his recollection about his brother. Pokemon Happy Meal toys, I remember those. Actually, not so much, or no, you said Kids Meal, not Happy Meal. Yeah, I remember those really shiny Pokeballs from Burger King that had the fucking gold-plated cards inside. Yeah, Janae! I had a whole set at some point. I have since lost them. I think I might have one of the balls somewhere around here. But, like, that collection's lost to time, sadly. U2, Pump, God. Yeah, there was, like, Jigglypuff, Togepi, Pikachu, Poliwhirl for some reason. Oh, yeah, because Poliwhirl was, like, one of the creator's favorites. And I forget who else. Charizard, probably. Fuck Charizard. Lord Strongheart didn't permit the defendant to speak at length. I merely pointed out that we can draw no further useful conclusions here. So what on earth is the contradiction? Mewtwo was probably one. He is also overrated. One of them definitely just said something contradictory. Time to identify who. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Shit. It was only once? Is that it? That's the only thing in Zelda text. But then again, Reach Out to the Truth was also in Zelda text at some point. Or is it the fucking evidence thing that Strongheart said? Who's my favorite Pokemon? Scraggy and Scrafty. Oh boy. Already. This is why I had to stop last night. Because I knew I was gonna run into shit like this. Strongheart? It was Lord Strongheart, I'm sure of it. Something he said was slightly off. Come on, Ryunosuke. Think back over his words. Find the problem. Neither Clint Von Zieks nor Genshin Asogi still walk this earth. However much we debate this matter now, we cannot hope to reach a conclusion. There are only two extant pieces of evidence from the time. The woebegone ring that acted as the incriminating evidence to condemn Genshin Asogi, and the 3-page Lil Will and Testament penned in black ink left behind by the man. Swadloon? Interesting choice. Respectable. Lord Strongheart, would you care to explain? Explain what, Council? Among the statements you made just a few moments ago, something you said was inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence we have. Inconsistent? And whilst an inconsistency remains, the defense has a right to pursue an explanation. Ryunosuke, what? Let me warn you about the statements you are making, Council. They may very well prove fatal. You claim my words contained a contradiction. With which piece of evidence, I ask you? Okay. He's saying the only evidence from back then is the papers. And this. Fucking... I have no idea why I keep coming back to this goddamn sword. Did they not... This confused me. Did they not specific... I don't know why that would come back all of a sudden. I don't know why we'd come back to this point, because I don't see why it matters, but did they not say something about the fact that Clint was killed with a Western-style sword? Why would Genshin use something that wasn't Karma? No. Okay, did I make that part up? I guess I made that part up. I guess by that same token, it could be the autopsy report and all the wackiness that went on there. Could be considered evidence technically, but I don't fucking know. Alright. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate them flashing back. I appreciate them flashing back to at least narrow it down a little bit, because yeah, that does help. That does make me believe that his is the statement I want, not Zeke's. I'm gonna try this. Take that! Just because it keeps fucking bugging me. Evidence makes it very clear indeed that you, sir, are a fuck-up. I'll try the autopsy report, and if that's not it, I have no fucking clue. Because nothing else relates directly to it, as far as I know. Take that! Nope! Examine, is there something new on the sword? I've been looking at that goddamn thing the entire fucking trial. If something new only just now popped up, I swear to God. No examining? Okay, then I have no idea. Fucking this ties into it somewhat. It's still like an explanation. No. Alright. It's gonna be something that, as far as I know, is completely unrelated. That somehow now is related. He said neither of them still walk the earth? I know. But I don't know what I have that relates to that. I don't have anything related from, like, Drebber's testimony or whatever, so I can't say, oh, he did walk the earth, though. And then that could lead into why they shot him afterwards. Is it somehow one of the things I already still have? Oh, okay, it is. Okay. The inconsistency is that you say there's only 2 pieces of evidence. Here's one of those 2 pieces of evidence. Explain? The 2-paged will. What? Yeah, moments ago, your precise words were... The 3-paged... Oh! Okay. Okay, fair enough. Pretty sneaky, sis. Huh. I'm a sneaky slut. Battle between Olive Green, the Vigils, and Adrian Andrews. Who would win? Oh, God. In what? A people I feel sorry for and want to give a hug off? God. Probably Olive. But all of them need a hug, desperately. Could it be that originally there was a 3rd page? I was gonna say, at least, yeah, Adrian is actually probably lowest on that priority list, because at least she was able to, like, kind of, you know, climb back up from the pit of despair. She's doing fine for herself now. I'm sure Olive and Vigil will too eventually, but right now, I'm just sad still for them. For a moment, I thought perhaps you'd identified something worthwhile, but it's mere trifle, I see. I never learned how to count, okay? Don't you fucking judge me! Trifle? Governor Caden! What can I do for you, sir? You were present when the Japanese man penned his last will and testament. Aye, I was there for sure. I remember the black rhythms like scrolls to this day. I'm quite certain, my lord, that there was a 3rd page about the time. What? Only the first 2 pages were the actual will, though. If I mind correctly, the 3rd was a message to his lad back in Japan. For legal purposes, we required only his will. And we would not add any uncomfortable words about Britain to get back to Japan, eh? You didn't let him write a last letter to his fucking kid? Good God. Man, fuck all y'all. It was decided the third page ought not have been sent.
Objection!
How dare you make that decision? I had a right to know what it said, to hear my father's final words to me. The courtroom is no place for sentimentality, Counsel. What the fuck were you worried? Like, I guess there was something damning on it. I wouldn't think he'd, like, be that obvious about it. I guess it could have been some kind of code and they caught it, but Jesus. As it happens, I have the third page of the document with me here now. My father's message. It will be given to you at the end of these proceedings. No, you'll give it to him right now. The slightest thing may give us a vital clue. My lord, the defense calls for Genshin Hisogi's last words to his son to be read out loud before the court right the fuck now. Your request is denied. The inevitably maudlin words can be of no consequence.
Objection!
The prosecution agrees. The court should know the contents of that message. Every possible piece of evidence must be thoroughly examined. Very well then, Governor Caden. You will read the third page of the document for all present to hear. Yes, sir. Only. I support oath, my lord. The Ekana actually reads Werem language. This beautiful handwriting, shame on you, Barry. Who? Oh, okay. Hey, Eugen. If I could be of assistance here, I'd be happy to translate the words into English for the court. Father? You're still here, are you, Dr. Mikotoba? Naturally. I consider myself a member of the judiciary, albeit a lowly one. I can read 2 languages. I'm a smart boy. Perhaps I should quietly withdraw after I've translated Genshin's message. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Can you hear the sarcasm? Kazuma, the truth shrouded in darkness. A darkness only our clan's great sword can pierce. Mighty Karma, twist thy head and watch them fall. All thy mortal foes. I swear to God, if I was actually fucking right about something being hidden in the sword this entire goddamn fucking time. And it wouldn't fucking actually let me. Alright, he's Sean Connery. Fuck. Mighty Karma, twist thy head, watch them fall. All thy mortal foes. Twist thy head? You ever opened an over-the-counter bottle of Advil pump? That's the end of the message, it would seem. A haiku poem, twist thy head? Father. What is Karuma? The name of the Isogi clan's famous sword. I was gonna say, I'm gonna assume they didn't know what the sword was called. I'm not gonna have a breakdown. I'm just frustrated. Could have solved so many fucking problems when I've been trying to fuck with that goddamn sword the entire fucking case. A razor-sharp blade known to all, passed down for generations, and embodies the Japanese spirit. I just hate one. It makes sense narrative-wise, I'm just pissed. I'm just pissed that I'm always thinking way too far ahead before the game will actually let me do anything with the knowledge when I turn out to be right. Ah! Fucking I feel like I'm playing with cheat codes, I hate it. It's not known to me. It's the katana sword that's submitted as evidence early in these proceedings. What is Karma? It's a bitch. The one worn by the prosecution counsel when he confronted Inspector Gregson. What are you talking about? Clearly it's the game's fault. Clearly that means I'm smarter than the game, right? All these procrastinations are beginning to try my patience. Adjournment of this court is long overdue. As the presiding judge, I have been as accommodating as possible of the will of the courtroom. However, despite all that, no new information has come to light.
Hello, Stu. In pursuit of justice, Lord Clint Von Zeeks tragically lost all sense of morality. When he murdered his former mentor, clearly he was already devoid of his normal faculties.
Objection!
How dare you! I refuse to believe that of my brother! Too much time has passed. We cannot ever hope to know more than we know now. Especially since the alleged will that he penned in his final moments appears to have been lost forever.
Lord Strongheart, you appear to be in something of a hurry to wrap things up. I wonder why.
He literally already admitted it. That's why I guess it all depends on what Clint's letter says. Because, like, he basically already fucking admitted to being the leader of the Reaper conspiracy. And he's just like, don't tell the Queen! And I guess everyone's just gonna roll with that. Like, unless he has more direct involvement that we can prove physically, or, like, actually physically killed someone. Or maybe is the one, or maybe, coerced Clint into killing somehow. Like, I don't know how much we can do. Kinda get a Gates didn't get a the end watch. Aw, yeah. That was a misstep, wasn't it? Started Tales of Rise is pretty good so far. I want to play that. I don't have the money for it, but I do want to play that at some point.
We've heard you state time and time again during these proceedings that everything you did was in the interest of protecting British law and order.
And I stand by that. Without the Reaper, we could never have achieved the reduction in crime that Gambit.
Objection!
What about Inspector Gregson, then?
And Dr. Wilson. They were no criminals.
They were no criminals. They helped forge evidence and plan out an assassination pyramid scheme, basically. They're not criminals, guys. Wilson and Gregson, they are saints. They are saints among mortal men. Brushel? My boy Spark Brushel? Nah. Nah, man. Wilson and Gregson. True paragons of morality and wisdom, truly. I can't believe Cosimo was the Gregson simp. That actually makes a lot of sense. However you dress it up, there was nothing fair or just about that. Don't get me wrong, by the way. It's still fucked up. Like, for the record, just in general, murder, unless they really, really have it coming, I don't really approve of it. And I think it's incredibly fucked up that they were clearly very, very loyal to this fucking cause. Or at least Gregson was. And then he decided to cut them out. And I'm very curious to know why he cut them out. You would think that kind of loyalty would be fucking crucial to whatever the fuck you're planning. But they're bad people too. I'm sorry. They're all kind of dinguses.
Lord Strongheart, what exactly is it that you're hiding?
Dr. Mikatoba, were you not to quietly withdraw after the translation of your former associate's will? In this courtroom, no argument carries weight unless it is supported by evidence. And it would seem that the defense has no more evidence to present. In which case, I hereby order all discourse from these proceedings to be struck from the record.
This is my last chance. Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, like I said, there's such a thing, in my personal opinion, there is such a thing as justifiable murder. But I'm not gonna claim to be a saint for it. I just accept that I'm a bad person and move on. I don't gotta do mental gymnastics up my own asshole to try and claim to be a good person for thinking some people deserve to die. Like, fuck off with that shit. Can we examine now? I was gonna say, let's go ahead and actually look at this thing again before we try to present anything. Please? I swear to fucking God, again, I've been looking at this fucking thing all goddamn game. It's not letting me skip it. I can look at it more now. Mighty Karma, twist thy head and watch them fall. Fucking finally. Jesus Christ, I'm so mad. We're absolutely finishing it today. Absolutely. That's the proper way to use the sword, is it? Maybe I should try it. It hurts my neck, that's the trouble.
Mr. Naruhodo, if I might make a suggestion.
Is he twisting his own head? Runo, honey, no.
Not yours, you dingus!
Oh.
I once studied history and the development of katana some time ago. As I'm sure you're probably aware, the sword's head is the part at the very end of the hill. It's written as head in Japanese, but it's pronounced as Kashira, I believe.
Kashira? So Mr. Sogi's really mean twist the butt of the hilt? You don't think that thing I've been trying to do the entire goddamn case? Ah! I'm turning into my great-great-grandson! Pretends to be shocked. Please, Kazuma, take back your sword and headband. Your headband misses you. You got a 5 head without the headband. Looky what's inside!
Is that a tightly wound sheet of parchment?
Da da da! Scarlet ink? It's written in scarlet ink! I penned this as my last will and testament, in the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. Was I right? Did Genshin, like, if he was like being coerced into doing this shit, or he was a fall guy for the fall guy or whatever. Tsubasa's out. Like, did Genshin, like, call him out on it? And then they just had, like, a duel to the death, and it was like, okay, whichever one of us survives has to, you know, take the fall for the professor killings, but and try to, like, wrap all this shit up and end this nonsense. That'd be a very Japanese thing. Or Klingons. Same thing, really.
This is it, isn't it? Mr. Naruhodo! Look at the signature at the end!
Clint Von Zieks. Oh yeah, no, I could read it. We knew this was gonna be Clint's. And the date 10 years ago on that fateful night.
So for 10 years, it's been silently concealed inside Karma and nobody knew? The last will and testament of Lord Clint Von Zieks.
Wait. Oh my goodness, gosh, golly gee willikers, Batman. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Gonna let me read the actual contents of it? No, of course not. Of course it all couldn't be legible. Ah! It's like someone on the staff clearly knows cursive. Just have them actually write out the whole thing. I know they don't teach it in schools anymore, but I know it. I'd appreciate the extra effort. Hold the fuck up, my lord. As it happens, the defense does have evidence to present.
What? Don't be absurd. There is nothing of relevance remaining from that time.
Objection!
It's high time that you realize something, my lord. Massive sarcasm quotes. This gentleman has an uncanny habit of producing evidence at the final hour that has escaped everyone else's attention. Nonsense!
What is it for you, Nosuke? What do you have? I dare say, the final decisive piece of evidence that will reveal the whole truth about this rotten tale.
Update Guild Hub's report. Heyo, Dusk, thank you very much for the resub. Continue to enjoy your eggs and emotes. We're being smart right now.
Decisive!
Well, it appears there's no escaping it now, my lord.
Let it be so, then. Present whatever you think you have that can settle this decade-old enigma, if you're capable. What exactly is this evidence that the defense claims to be so decisive?
Take that! Surprise, bitch. There is a single piece of evidence that can clarify what really happened 10 years ago.
The last will and testament of Lord Clint Von Zeeks.
Ha! A wonderfully astute observation, I'm sure. But in case it had escaped your notice, that document was lost long ago.
Like, bro, what did you think happened to it? Like, I can understand not reading Japanese / not knowing what karma was, so having no way of knowing to check the sword more thoroughly. But, like, what do you think happened to it, then? Clearly nobody ever actually disposed of it, unless fucking Kaden lied about it. I believe that. He's a piece of shit and a dipshit. But, bruh, don't be so cocky. There was a secret achievement if I present the sword before I examine it, really? That's funny. Oh, that's right. Only, I have it right here. Discovered just moments ago, in fact. Wholesome Edgeworth? Aww. That is cute.
Impossible! That can't be!
Everything that's happened comes back to this will. You finished week 2, day 2 of Neo. You saw the twist. Hey! You met Best Boy! He returns! The Chosen One! This document is the key that will unlock the entire mystery. Was Kino fucking right?
Ah!
Oh, he mad. Oh, he's shaking. My brother's last will and testament? Where did you find that? It was rolled up inside of this. Inside Karma? The ultimate weapon Genjin Asogi obtained has lain undisturbed in the hilt of the sword all these years. Just waiting for the right time to emerge and reveal the truth. The signature and seal certainly look official. My god, it's true! It's my brother's handwriting, there can be no mistake! I want to know what happened to Mom. Or his wife, whatever, I'm still waiting. How is Iris's parentage gonna tie into all this? Oh, I do wonder. Or is that just gonna be post-trial shit we figure out? What the actual hell happened with her mom?
I forbid the contents of that document from being read out loud. Do you hear me? I strictly forbid it.
Objection! You can't do that, my lord. This document could explain everything.
That's what I'm afraid of! It could destroy literally every meaning of justice in this country!
Where did you find it? Up the butt of this sword.
I demand you hand it to me at once!
Why? What are you trying to hide? Come at me, bruh. Could it be that you already know what's written on this page?
Nah! What are you implying? Court is adjourned with immediate effect! Clear out the courtroom! Everybody look at the pretty bunny!
Objection! There is no pretty body! There is only leg! Do that, my lord, and you'll suffer a fatal blow as Lord Chief Justice.
I beg your pardon!
Forcibly ending a trial without good reason. And not any trial, a closed trial by order of Her Majesty the Queen. Can someone call her? I feel like she needs to see this. I know he said don't tell, but we're really gonna respect that, come on. To defy the monarch's will is treason.
Lord Clint Von Zeeks really did pen a will that day.
Exactly as the young Japanese man said. Read it out! No!
We have a right to hear what's in that will, sir. A right and a duty.
Well, well, my lord. It would appear as though the proceedings aren't going quite as you'd hoped.
You fools!
Go ahead, Ryunosuke, read it. The prosecution gives its full support. I didn't need your permission, but thanks, brah. Very well, then.
No! For God's sake! No!
Aw, he didn't start sparking electricity like Gant. I'm a little sad, not gonna lie. No! Acting! I guess he was also a vampire.
I pen this, my last will and testament, in the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. The hour is 11 p.m., and I sit at my writing desk in my office. My good friend Asogi stands at my shoulder. He has expressed his intent to invoke the dying ritual of the duel, that I may depart this world with honor.
Oh, fuck, I call that shit. Shit. Yep, okay. Go full Dracula.
An honor of which I am utterly undeserving. The Japanese are truly a merciful people.
Ah, that just sounds Italian. Don't worry about it. Yeah, clap. Yeah, no, he didn't even clap. He didn't even clap and laugh. Ritual duel sounds gay. Sounds pretty gay. Dracula versus James Bond. I would watch that film.
I must save the children.
Why Christmas Skeletor?
I must duel to save the children! I, Clint Von Zieks... No. I, Clint Von Zieks, Lord Manor of the Von Zieks estate, hereby confess to the following. I am the killer who has come to be known in society as the Professor, guilty of 4 counts of murder. I will not here discourse the corruption rife among the aristocracy, which is to me as one of them so apparent. However, 6 months ago, I took the life of a member of the House of Lords at the heart of the depravity. A demon who habitually sacrificed the common man to further his own interest, abusing his position of power. The law is impotent against such vile avarice. Only a fellow demon can rid society of this menace. I must become the Bat.
Oh yeah, no, for December, I don't know what the movie theme for December is gonna be, but we gotta have an excuse to watch the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special. No question. Y'all need to understand Christmas Skeletor.
That demon was my quarry, upon whom I willingly set my great hound. But though I'm a hunter of some experience, I am a poor felon, it seems.
How about no? Oh, yes. Y'all afraid? Y'all afraid of the raw Kino that is the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special? Y'all are cowards.
My guilt was at once recognized by another, and I became subject to his extortion. He held over me the threat of exposing my wicked crime to my beloved wife and brother. Under that threat, I have done this man's bidding for months now, killing those he demanded I kill.
Yep, motherfucker. Yep, okay, so he killed one in probably a spur-of-the-moment thing / last-ditch effort to try and fucking do something about the corruption. And then fucking Godfried blackmailed him to keep doing it. Okay.
As I watched my former mentor perish before my eyes at the jaws of the hound I commanded, I realized I had lost the last shred of decency within me. It sunk into the level of a wild beast. There is no path back to the light. Be it I or my dear friend Asogi who dies this night. I am eternally damned.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, that's why I was gonna say, as soon as they revealed that he had a mentor, I was like, how bad could that guy have been? Like, if he trained Clinton, Clint was genuinely a good guy as far as we knew. How could that guy have been like a corrupt member of the aristocracy? If he wasn't. He just happened to line up. Oh shit, Dust, thank you very much. Crazy Uncle Dust, congratulations! Speaking of Christmas Skeletor, you are officially Kamen Rider Santa. Gamer, enjoy your eggs and emotes. Or Kamonikas and emotes, rather.
To my extortioner, male Strongheart, may you feel the jaws of the beast at your throat every time you swallow.
Brah! Oh, dude, that's raw. Yo, Clint was a fucking badass. Holy shit. Iris is gonna grow up to be the best Robin ever. Damn, girl. Uh-oh. Has he gone full circle? Is he just gonna start laughing maniacally every time? I was gonna say, he was married! I can't believe he cheated on his wife with Genshin. That's a real good translation. Was that in the, well, that's right, the fan translation never got that far. So now we know. Yes, Clint Von Zieks was a murderer, but somebody was directing him and naming his victims. His extortioner, Lord Male Strongheart. It was you!
Lord Strongheart, a moment ago, you claimed that what the court had just heard could destroy justice in this country. But you weren't trying to protect justice at all. All you were trying to do was conceal the secret of your true nature and the countless lives you sacrificed up until now. It just didn't make sense to me that the third victim, the former Lord Chief Justice, was my brother's benefactor and a man of lofty principles. As I said, Clint had no possible reason to kill the man. But you did, didn't you, Lord Strongheart? To eliminate the man who stood between you and the office you set your sights on. Hello, Blanco. So you used your own hunting dog, Lord Clint Von Zieks, to take him down.
It had to be done.
If you sing My Way again, I swear to fucking God.
London's unsavory shadows are deep, and the arm of the law fails to reach their depths. Crime must be cut off at the roots, but the Lord Chief Justice at the time couldn't see that. He was weak. Lofty principles, you say? Bah! Tantamount to cowardice, if you ask me.
That play between Strongheart and Clint, ew! Ew. Nobody tell Iris. Nobody tell Iris her dad was a man whore. Just like her adopted dad. Can't get away from it. That's why I have to steal her away.
Which is why I took his place, in order to fight the crime he was allowing to spread like wildfire.
By murdering the man?
The Reaper, the Professor, the name makes no difference. As I've explained countless times already, it was done for the furtherance of law and order here in London.
I just realized, does that technically make Strongheart the actual Professor Moriarty allegory? Bruh. Bruh, Moriarty was a cool guy. You are not.
Objection!
Are you going to legitimize the murder of my father now, too?
Ah, Genshin Asogi. Well, that was unfortunate. I had fully intended to send him back to Japan as we'd agreed.
I don't believe you. If it was you, wasn't it? You killed him.
Oh! Oh! I mean, I'm still confused why the fuck you arranged it to be set up in the first place, but were you the one who fucking shot him afterwards? Why'd you change your mind? What was the point of stringing him along? Oh, never mind.
No, it wasn't me who took your father's life.
Who the fuck was it then? Did he slip on a banana peel after he stepped out of the grave? He was shot. I know he was shot, but it'd be funnier.
I didn't get balls, so I should kill him. He got C2 Raiden Shogun and I didn't. I'll never forgive him for that.
Then who?
On the night following his mock execution, I went to Lowgate Cemetery at 3 in the morning with Jigoku.
Judge Shigoku, did he do it? Would he really have gone that far for him at that point? Because he was the one who was so fucking pissed about it in court that he broke the goddamn table, right?
There had to be a collaborator on the Japanese side to manage Asogi's treatment after his repetition. Jigoku had fierce ambition. It made him easy to manipulate. 10 years ago, after he'd stood trial for the destruction of the witness stand, I had words with him.
Also just casually calling him pawns right there. So once again, it doesn't seem like he made that much of an effort to hide it. So I'm not sure why he inspired such loyalty in people like fucking, Kaden, Gregson, yada yada, everyone. Everyone wants this guy's dick for some reason. Aw, Chris Hackney has a dog named Nurmal. That looks like a cat to me, but I can't watch right now.
When I told him the position of Minister of Foreign Affairs could be his, he couldn't agree fast enough.
Okay. Wow. That easily he turned on him? Jesus Christ. Yo, Pirate Judge is a fuck. He was so mad about his friend getting accused of this crime, he broke a fucking table, and then just got promised a position of power and immediately was like,
Oh, okay then, I'll kill my best friend. Arr.
yeah, I refuse to believe that Strongheart didn't also suck all their dicks and do a damn good job. Cause what the fuck? Seishiro, you fool! This guy has 19 trophies for cocksucking.
As you know, Asogi escaped the prison in a closed casket and was subsequently interred. We intended to dig him out of his grave before he ran out of air. But sadly, all did not go to plan.
Ah! Oh, Trevor. Yeah.
There was an unexpected visitor to the cemetery with his own ideas about digging up graves. A man who witnessed what nobody was supposed to see.
Enoch Drebber. I was gonna say, shout out to Strongheart for not... I think the first criminal who actually took my advice. Like, there have been so many, like, mastermind-type characters who I'm like, oh, surely they're smart enough to not have actually killed this person themselves when they had people working for them. It seems like Strongheart might be the first one who actually didn't kill anyone directly. God damn, bruh. Props where it's due. Ladies and gentlemen, the smartest man in the franchise and also the best cocksucker. Give him a round of applause.
Of course I knew grave robbers frequented London cemeteries. But that grave on that particular night... Blast! If people find out the convict wasn't really executed, the scandal will rock the very foundations of the Empire.
That is a hell of a coincidence. That's some clown shoe shit.
Then what do we do? Shoot him, Mr. Jigoku! Shoot Asogi at once!
I'm sorry, that was supposed to be Pirate Judge.
He can't live now that this has happened. He has to go.
Or we could, you know, shoot the other guy. You could have shot Trevor.
What are you talking about? You had an agreement. You're promising me to return to Japan. Everything has changed now. If the truth got out because of this, both of us would be finished forever. Come on, Jigoku, do it, pussy! Pull the trigger! Shoot!
A university student going missing would be bigger the news than an escaped death convict. I'm not so sure about that. When the escaped convict in question is the worst serial killer your country has ever seen, apparently, I think one guy going missing, no matter how good his reputation was, wouldn't be as big a deal.
Jigoku shot Asogi from the shadows. The grave robber was so close, the blood sprayed all over his coat. He fled as fast as his legs would carry him. Then Jigoku and I put Asogi's body back in the grave from which he just emerged. When I later learned of the waxwork modeler's presence at the scene as well, I made her swear to two things. Never to remove the professor's mask, and never speak of the events that night.
Good God. I said something about you being smart? Jesus Christ. You operated on one hell of an honor system, buddy. Like, what the fuck? You just let people completely disconnected run around with this information this whole time? Yet felt the need to cut out people like Gregson who were clearly loyal? And just after a certain point much later, after they were already on the list, wanted out? Your priorities are very skewed, sir. Also, yeah, by that logic, why didn't he try to talk to Trevor? Like, right? What the fuck? Yeah, never mind. I'm taking his smartest person crown back. He can keep the cocksucking one. But nah.
And with that, the secret was buried along with Asogi's corpse. So now you know what really happened in Lowgate Cemetery that night.
Awkward. Exactly, he could have just sucked Trevor's dick. He may not have gone to the tabloids. You take 37 dicks for the team, you can take 38. I believe in you, Strongheart.
It was Jigoku, your Japanese acquaintance, who killed Asogi in the end, you see. He claimed to be the man's friend, but when push came to shove, he pulled the trigger.
Why does this man not simply suck everyone's dick? I do not understand. It clearly solves most of his problems anyway, so why not simply go above and beyond? He is clearly not truly motivated.
Just before Mr. Jigoku left the courtroom after, he said the assassin exchange proposal was a demand from his British counterpart, not a request. So you coerced him too, using what happened in the graveyard?
By that time, Jigoku was Minister of Foreign Affairs, negotiating international treaties with Britain. Hey, university student guy, you want a stupid-looking monocle?
Oh, what do I have to do?
This won't work. Your silence on this matter.
Dale.
Poor kids.
Motivated.
You can imagine what would have happened if it came to light that he'd murdered a compatriot 10 years earlier. So he would have lost everything. I merely reminded him of that.
How do you sleep at night?
I snore a lot. Next question. These past 10 years, I fought tirelessly with the darker recesses of London's criminal underworld. And I've used whatever means necessary to ensure that justice prevails and law and order reign supreme.
Objection.
That couldn't be further from the truth.
My snores are louder than my sins.
The fact is, you haven't fought crime at all.
How dare you? I saved Clint Fonzies from dishonor in his...
Objection.
Whilst behind the scenes, you systematically buried anyone who stood in your way. And then you made my father take the blame anyway.
It was unavoidable. It was the only way to protect our justice system and public order. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
How do you sleep at night?
With many, many men. Any more questions?
Let's not forget the others you had killed as well.
Something defended up as three, but to cover up the truth behind the murders and countless more.
That's enough! Do you have any idea of the connivance that led to the acquittals of those wretched criminals? We have to fight fire with fire. Our courts can't function without a Reaper.
Bruh, after establishing the fact that the one justice you can, like, I find it very hard to believe that all these people were necessarily completely guilty, even. Like, I would wager that some of these people were just in your way in some way. Like, you are absolutely, I'm gonna talk about Star Trek again. You don't want justice, you just want order. There is a difference. Fuck you, fuck the changelings. This voice fits him so well, you can't listen to other streamers. Really? It still feels a little weird to me and inappropriate, but hey, it's all I got, as long as it works. It seems to work.
Can't you see all I've done for this country? This has been my struggle.
Objection!
You've done nothing! It's Lord Von Zieks here who worked tirelessly to justify in court, whilst endearing the disgrace of the Reaper name. And Inspector Gregson, fraught with anguish for having sullied his hand through a desire to do the right thing. Why is everybody in this fucking game a Gregson simp? Not to mention Genshin Asogi, who risked his life in the pursuit of truth you tried to hide. No, the darker recesses of London's underworld were largely filled by you.
You little! When will you get it through your thick skulls?
It was all for Queen and country. I'm tiring of that excuse. You've consistently twisted the truth for bargaining power to make others do your bidding. Nothing more. People who willingly twist the truth and coerce others have no right to call themselves part of the judiciary. I strongly suggest you don't ever talk of justice again. Fuck yeah, tell him, Odo. Oh my god! Oh, how appropriate. The fact that Gina calls him Odo, and this has become justice versus order? Oh! I know it's not a reference, but whatever, I'm happy. I'm gonna back away from the mic. I probably didn't back away far enough. Reference to what? Deep Space Nine. It's absolutely not an intentional reference, it's just funny. Very, very similar themes. I think we broke him.
Boy! Oh, he's doing the clap! Yeah! Yeah, boys! America! Well. Dear me, my dear fellows. Dear me. Let's fucking go. He's clapping them cheeks. A well-deserved round of applause, I think, for quite a marvelous performance.
What are you talking about?
These delightfully grave expressions, that beautifully pronounced Queen's English. Really, our friends from the Far East are quite the picture of industriousness.
You fraud! Keep your mockery!
Please, don't misunderstand. It really is exactly as you both said. 'Cause I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
What are you trying to say?
I have occupied the darker recesses of London's underworld, and how do you put it? Done nothing. I confess it's a little embarrassing to have it pointed out quite so starkly, but yes, I really have done nothing, which means I can be indicted for nothing. No?
Yeah, shit, I knew it was gonna come down to this. Like I said, he may be a dumbass on subcounts, but like he did keep his hands about as clean as he possibly could. I don't know how counts of conspiracy work, but like that's literally all we have. Does this count as fucking treason? Call the queen! Yo, Elizabeth! Wakey wakey, trial at stakey! What?
It's true, I personally have committed no crime. I've merely been surrounded by fools who've acted very rashly indeed. Extraterritorial rights, bitch!
Oh my god. Blanca found the perfect representation of the Runo Bowl. Oh my god, that's illegal. Also, Sholmes, you're expelled. Get out of there. Elizabeth wasn't born yet.
Details! Whoever the fuck the queen is right now, Victoria! Queen Victoria, trial at stakey. I've merely been surrounded by fools who've acted no objection.
I read that part. You can't get away with that. You consistently pride on people's weaknesses. Pray, not pride. I can read.
And what? Threaten them? Are you sure it wasn't just bargaining? Unless cocksucking is a crime, you can't touch me. Do. I would like to address all the good lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the judiciary present here. You all know these darker recesses in our great capital, and deep down I believe you also know that to fight those who dwell there requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves.
Yeah, his hair's getting frayed. You know? Sholmes has hopped up on Mountain Dew. You're eating a cookie? I'm sorry, secret. Oh my god. Oh, so much good food. Holy shit. I'm not quite done yet. Can't go on a fan art street quite yet, but I'll still take this. I will take the scraps.
Let me appeal to your good sense now. Consider the situation with me. In this catalog of horrifying revelations, were to become common knowledge among the 6 million inhabitants of London, what might happen?
You can't pretend there are more than 12 people here now.
To learn that the infamous murderer of royals and nobles was a respected member of the aristocracy himself. That evidence was fabricated in the scapegoat's trial amid secret negotiations with prosecutors to effect a jailbreak. That the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by a Scotland Yard inspector. And finally, that it was all masterminded by the Lord Chief Justice himself!
If the general public of Britain knew the truth, all faith of the police and the prosecutor's office would be completely lost, without doubt. Public order in the capital would completely break down. We'd be back into the lawless days of the last century.
Precisely, as it was 100 years ago, when 1 in 10 of the population were criminals. Think what we've accomplished since then. A public policing force, a comprehensive set of laws. And if we were to continue to protect this era of law and order, I say again, we must at times occupy the darkness ourselves. If not, the repercussions could be biblical.
What do you mean, biblical?
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. We have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That was what was expected of this trial. All these other matters that have been discussed will be eliminated from the minutes of these proceedings in the interest of preserving law and order.
How can you sleep at night?
With copious amounts of cocaine.
But how? I control the sort of mind demands here in Britain.
With the true mastermind supplying me.
Who? Who is the true mastermind?
Slickstick. You just had to keep asking questions, didn't you, Hurley?
And to protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, my lords, ladies, and gentlemen, what say you?
Lord Stronghart, the things he said up again.
But on the other hand, I really want my dick sucked.
You can't deny the threat of the Reaper over the years has done wonders for the crime rate. Fair means or foul, it's all thanks to Lord Stronghart.
Strongheart! Strongheart!
I live in a society of clowns. Susato, are you hearing this shit? This is the will of the British judiciary. Everybody wants their cock sucked. Really? Really? Even the women?
Especially the women.
Same. Right about now, I'd be doing the same. Pass me a swing of that, honey.
For your rousing response, friends, I express my heartfelt gratitude. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming wishes of our court, the record shall be erased.
It does sound suspiciously similar to cocksuck. I'm a little scared. I have to respect a man's ability to turn a situation to his favor. Lord Stronghart really is a master of manipulation.
You've conclusively proven his skill, yet still he manages to evade justice. I just don't know what we can do.
So they plotting a Palpatine?
So this is how democracy ends. With uproarious applause.
Ryunosuke, please don't quote the prequel trilogy. Looks like the trial really is going to come to an end now. Almost out of options, I think. There's really only one path left open to me.
Good. Good. Let the hate flow through you.
Did I say it? I object to this overwhelming stupidity! When all the games are over, it's the obvious choice. Let my voice reverberate around the courtroom, and make the people listen to reason.
Objection!
That was the easy part. But what do I say next?
As a man who has fought many battles in this very courtroom, let me offer some advice. Objections need substance behind them. Otherwise, they are merely objectionable.
The defense has no objection to be penalized in this instance. Well, now it's awkward. We're not gonna be awkward. We have to be Kino. Would that make Kazuma Darth Vader? Yes. Ryunosuke, let me gaze upon you with my own two eyes. Kazuma, you're not blind. You're just wearing your headband over your eyes. I know only too well. The only thing that carries any weight in court is evidence.
But Mr. Naruhodo!
Von Zeeks is Dooku? Was Dooku redeemable at all? Dooku was a fuck, right? No, Von Zieks is too cool to be Dooku.
What evidence is there to use at this stage in the trial?
I have an idea. I don't know whether or not anything will come of it, but if there was ever a time for using this particular item we have among the evidence, it's now. Sholmes, put down the drugs and help me!
Take that!
Look at the pretty bunny!
Oh my! Mr. Sholmes asked if you had that with you earlier.
We've exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoing now. I've no doubt Mr. Sholmes had already deduced exactly how the truth would unfurl. So I think it must be time for the great detective to take the entire center stage, don't you? Actually, look at the pretty bunny. It's like it was meant to be.
Yes, absolutely. Let's take the hair by the ears then, and heave!
All right, here goes. Heave!
Ow, 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 ow. My dear friends, must I remind you every time? A gentle tug will suffice.
Mr. Sholmes.
You're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo. Because I'm over here!
Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, he's...
Oh my fucking god, it is the prequels! Oh no! Did Iris just invent holograms? That is bullshit blazing! Oh my fucking god, no! Fucking anachronistic bullshit! Oh my fucking god. Okay, this is getting a little silly. Mr. Sholmes! Fuck off! Oh my fucking god. It's the 1800s! It's the fucking 1800s! They're stupid, and then there's wearing your pants on your head in public. Guess which one they're doing now?
Mr. Naruhodo, watch me jump this shark! I wasn't expecting you back. Delighted to be here again, Lord Strongheart. What's the meaning of this? Bailiff, seize him! Put that man in the irons! This is a close court. You've been won once already, man.
Like, you have to realize, you have to realize, this is like, people in this time period, in actuality, wouldn't even know what to do with this. They would think he was a ghost or this was witchcraft. Like, this is next level anachronisms. Oh. They would literally burn him at the stake. Oh my god. It's an actor image. He unleashed his ultra instinct. You know what? That would be less dumb. I can't get a hold of him, my lord! He's a wily one! We just go right through him!
Teach you how to ducky. Dance for dominance. I'm afraid your efforts are wasted, you see. The great detective you see before you is composed entirely of light and shadow. An image, if you will.
Jesus fucking Christ. Unused dance animation, he has more. Oh my god. Yeah, Madonna, we don't have that technology to that degree now in 2021. In a time where science is progressing at an alarmingly rapid rate. Like, the jump from the 1800s to right now is insane. We humans are growing way too fast. We are incurring the wrath of the anti-spirals. And yet, even we don't fucking have this yet. Not on this level. Not perfect. We have holograms. But not this fucking high res. Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions. Mr. Sholmes, what the fuck? Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as the telephone? Yeah. Here's some public telephones that have been installed recently in Tokyo. We're only just now getting around to making phones. Mass communications is not a thing that happened. Fucking carrier pigeons are still in use.
The sound of the speaker's voice is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place.
Quite. Sounds are transmitted, so I could not keep, could not images keep them company unused. Iris and I did some modest experimentation to develop such a device specifically for this very day.
Modest experimentation, Mr. Sholmes? What a modest description.
And somehow, incidentally, I thought we might as well just transmit an entire scene. Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes? Now you're being immodest. Do you mean to say you're not actually here, Sholmes? I'm not here at all. I don't exist here. I live in the cocaine dimension now. I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept. Except he's grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock arrival.
Poor father. I would have hoped he might have been forewarned. Being the great detective's partner.
Leave my courtroom at once! Get out or I swear to you!
Dear baby, you will have a long, strong heart appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I am not here, which I would hope lead naturally to one asking, where exactly are you then? The very question I was waiting. I am at present enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden. A garden? Not just any garden, you understand? A garden at Buckingham Palace. Oh my god, we actually gonna call the Queen? Did he actually tattletale on the Queen? Okay. If this man actually went to tattletale on the Queen, I can forgive him. Bullshit! Psychic powers! Bullshit! Psychic powers! Of course the Queen's a Constance.
You can't be! Buckingham Palace!
What the fuck is that, Mrs. Sato? I've never heard of it. Runo, how long have you lived here? Honey, no.
Do you go outside, Mr. Naruhodo?
Mr. Sholmes! Is Iris here with you? Or there with you? Oh, well, now, I'm secretly enjoying some tea. With Her Majesty. Her Majesty? Not just any Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty, the Queen of British Empire.
What? What?
What on earth is all this about?
Buckingham Palace is Her Majesty the Queen's residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo.
Is the Queen good with kids? That's adorable.
Order in the court! I demand immediate silence! Her Majesty the Queen, you can't be. I mean, no.
Right, gamer? That's what I'm saying. Like I said, we don't have hologram technology that good today in 2021, despite being at like the fucking peak of human ingenuity right now. But a small child in the 1800s, when, like I said, this would be witchcraft. Like, if this happened in a courtroom in the 1800s, fucking everyone would either throw rocks at the hologram or run away screaming. Like, they would literally not even be able to comprehend what they were seeing. It's the Chariots of Fire bullshit. Like, when you literally have no recognition, you can't comprehend this shit.
This is some sort of unforgivably distasteful trickery by a third-rate detective. That is all.
Unforgivably distasteful trickery. What an apt description. A closed court session attended by elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I suspect Your Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So I decided to show her everything, from start to finish. That's right, Strongheart. She knows about your cocksucking and does not approve. You showed her? We've had some shit. Like, I love Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney's silly as hell. We defended an orca. We defended an orca in court. But at least that was in the 21st century. Indeed. By dint of Herlock Sholmes' remote cinematograph.
You meddling!
This is some kind of nightmare. I can't deal with this. Just as I appear to be standing before you, regaling you with my talk of my latest invention. No doubt you've inferred that the reverse is also true. You don't mean. Her Majesty has seen and heard every moment of the proceedings. I assume there would be no objection after all. Every trial in this country is conducted under the auspices of... I'm high on Mountain Dew!
You!
I literally know the word, I just can't say it in his voice right now. I'm fucking reeling. I confess, I am quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion about the unforgivably distasteful trickery in which you've been engaged over these past 10 years. Your message, Fusion. She likes kids, doesn't approve of gay people, and just as much as they want. Okay, so we're getting conflicting messages on how cool the Queen is.
No! I was merely...
Oh, sorry to keep y'all waiting. Vicky and I had so much to talk about.
She gave the Queen of England a nickname. I repeat. If he somehow genuinely turned out to be fucking actual literal Uncle Barry, and yet she doesn't actually call him that, for shame.
Iris, there you are!
In fact, I have a little message here from Her Majesty.
A message?
Well then, if everyone is sitting comfortably, ahem. Forthwith and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to male Strongheart is hereby revoked forevermore.
Ah!
Furthermore, he will be prosecuted for crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. So it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country needn't be administered from the shadows at all. We just need a tattletale. That's the lesson, everyone. Snitch. Snitch constantly. Male Strongheart. The darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable actions these last 10 years is a thing of the past now. After today, your brand of law and order has no future, because no longer are you the Lord Chief Justice. In the eyes of the law and Her Majesty the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal! I have mentioned I have pointed out the fact that this would be witchcraft to these people best.
Adjourned! Court is adjourned!
That's a lot of fire.
We don't need no water! Let the motherfucker burn! Lord Clint Von Zeeks left a will in which he confessed to everything. When those words came out of Asogi's mouth, it deranged me completely. I knew I must do anything and everything in my power to contain the situation.
So, okay, so he's not the Sadiscant. He's not a Thunder-type gym leader. He's a Fire-type gym leader. That's the twist. Case closed. Raw.
I couldn't find the damn document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there.
Which precipitated the jailbreak plot. What do you mean?
The need to attain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I fabricated Asogi's escape, he would emerge with the will somewhere on his person. But despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in a fucking sword.
Either those firemen were very fast or stop, drop, and roll works better than we thought.
What pains me now is that my brother left this world without a word to me.
I'm sorry, Lord Von Zeeks.
In point of fact, I think perhaps this isn't the case.
I'm sorry?
How can that be?
There is more to his last will and testament.
Is there a page 2?
What?
Did you clip that game or good? Excellent.
As I confronted the prospect of my demise, I feel bitter regret for my younger brother. Barack, you have always looked up to me, and now you follow in my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deeds should not hinder your advancement. I ask not for understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I ask only for forgiveness.
Not like in stream, but what'd you find, Kiwi? Oh, that's very cute art, Kiwi. Nice.
Asogi is a fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final 2 wishes. The first is that this document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death.
Oh, God, so she was alive. What happened? Did she die during childbirth? Or did she just die of grief shortly thereafter, after Clint died? There's no way she's still around, I don't think. I mean, I guess, I get, unless she knew about what Clint really did. I don't think she would have, pawned him off on Sholmes.
With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Von Zeeks.
Oh my, good food, Blanco, good food. Oh.
Clint.
Iris's big brain was too much to push out. Who's the father? I think it was Clint. They haven't gotten to this point yet, but it had to have been Clint. Clint wants forgiveness while Arden's brother wants understanding. I was gonna say, where have I heard that? Where have I heard something very similar? Final Fantasy 15. God damn it. Male Strongheart. You're no longer subbed, Ren? Oh, I'm so sorry. God, it's not even midnight. Why'd it run out already? Aw, that's lame. God damn it. You colluded with Seishiro Jigoku in a criminal plot so immense it spanned across the oceans. And you cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. But why did you set about that now, a whole decade later?
To ascend to the very peak.
Oh, shit! Oh, Rick, thank you very much! Crazy Uncle Rick has gifted a sub to Ren. There you go. You got your emotes back. Thank you very much, Rick. Much appreciated. He was jealous of the queen. I was gonna say, did he want to be the new queen? I didn't think there was any higher authority for the court.
These last 10 years made me realize.
Yours expires in 3 days, but it'll be during the group watches, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll go over that when we're done for the night. My current plans for, like, taking a kind of break. A male queen? How progressive. Wow, what a king.
Being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough. Short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General,
Oh, okay, we had this. Okay. Alright, one position higher.
I could have no real power to affect the changes needed in this country. And for that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnants of the past remained.
How could you?
I like everything to run smoothly in the exact manner that I prescribed, like a well-oiled machine. And I was just a step away.
And for your ambition to succeed, did you even bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed?
I don't like to worry about stepping on ants.
Ah, Mr. Reaper, are you not forgetting something? Such as... You very much alter your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in the proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendant in this trial. Oh, I completely forgot about that. It is very weird that this is still technically the trial for Gregson's murder. The presiding judge would appear to have fallen from the bench, as it were. May I suggest, therefore, we entrust the final education to an old friend? Hi, everybody, I'm Big! My lord! Santa's back! Oh, it's gonna be a merry cocksucking Christmas after all. As a member of the judiciary, I have been following the proceedings from the gallery. And I must say, I shan't ever forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I witnessed here today. I hope he was in the gallery. I sure hope he wasn't one of the people chanting. The darkness that has blighted justice in our land these past 10 years has been dispelled. Thanks in no small part to the efforts of a bright young star from the East. Defense Counsel Naruhodo. Yes, my lord? On behalf of everyone present here in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks. You're too kind, my lord. The first time I faced you in court, just under a year ago now, I had the faintest of intimations that if British justice so warped and twisted over its long history was to finally know change, this might just be the man to do it. I love you too, honey. What? But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. My hero, now Princess carry me out of court. But you're twice my size. I said, Princess carry me. I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death. Mr. Naruhodo. Aw, somebody drew Von Zeeks in a costume. Fan-made, that's cute. Allow me to apologize for countless discourtesies on my part. You are a lawyer of boundless talent. You are worthy of holding my hand.
Oh, Lord Von Zeeks.
When I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody. Certainly not a lawyer. The truth is, my fortunes have been entirely made by the miraculous people I've met. You are worthy of my grace. No. My best friend, Kagami, My best friend, Kazuma Sogi, led me here to Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever-patient judicial assistant, Miss Chisato, who helped me study to become a lawyer in the first place. The brilliant Lord Von Zieks, who never failed to challenge his Nipponese rival. And not to mention, the exceptional master of logic and reasoning who showed me the true art of deduction. And all he had to do in the process was break my heart. Mr. Sholmes.
Saving the best for last, Mr. Naruto! What a relief!
You're not in the bowl anymore. You squandered it. I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is a guiding light that always leads to happiness. I've lived by that principle for a long time now, but actually it's not true. The truth can also cause great pain, sometimes even leave people on the brink of despair. Oh man, we got more links. Sorry, Stream Master Frozen. You will roll for Child one way or another. You have no choice in the matter. They will keep rerunning him until every player has him. For that reason, there are those who feel the need to hide the truth, who do it instinctively even. But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness takes hold. And from there it grows, until eventually it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. That's why it's my belief that we must all resolve to never avert our eyes from what is just and true. So that we can continue to walk the straight and narrow path ahead.
Well, I must excuse myself now. There's a pile of Colombian white with my name on it. But before I go, Mr. Naruto, let me compliment you on your grand opus.
What?
Without your beautifully composed cage against Lord Strongheart, Her Majesty would have been unable to act. Thanks to you and your fellows, the haunting undertones of corrupting British justice system has been silenced.
Thank you very much. I'm not taking you back, Sholmes. It's too late.
So until our paths cross again somewhere, I have to go now. My planet needs me. Well then. You are worthy of my legs, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, thank you, God. I get strangled by those things. What?
It would appear as though this long trial has finally come to an end. My apologies for any anxiety caused, my lord. Wait, we were dating? Asshole. I'm quite sure we shall meet again here in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Barack Von Zieks. In conclusion of these proceedings, I hereby declare the defendant, Barack Von Zieks, not guilty!
Had to make it a good one. Gonna be the last time we hear that for a while. I'm very sad. Kazuma objects again.
But wait, who is Iris's father then? No! That is all. Court is adjourned.
We did it. We ended dick sucking. Don't miss your message, which one, Fusion? Oh, he doesn't want us back. He's supposed to play Beyblades? No. I refuse. I refuse to associate with this man. It really is all over. But did I sacrifice too much?
Mr. Naruhodo? I really must congratulate you. It was a truly, truly splendid performance. Honestly, I couldn't be happier for you.
Oh, thank you very much. But I really couldn't have done it without you at my side through it all, Miss Chisato.
Oh?
Aww.
Your kind words mean so much to me.
really was a very splendid show, that Naruto. I'd have thought you'd been smiling from ear to ear, but you look rather glum. Well, of course I'm delighted about the verdict. But in exposing the truth, I'm afraid I've caused my client a great deal of pain. I'm really not sure that's what a lawyer ought to be doing. Oh. He got closure, at least. Like, he did find out that he was at least being partially manipulated into it. He only actually killed one guy completely of his own volition. And he got to hear his brother's last words, finally. I'm sure it all evens out.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm quite sure that when you see Lord Von Zeke's smiling face, everything will seem much better.
I don't smile. Ever. Miss Susato? Everything seems worse. He has a face like thunder. I am terrified yet aroused.
Oh dear, I really shouldn't have presumed.
Mr. Naruhodo? Yes? Almost a year it's been now, since I first encountered you here in this very courthouse. For you have risen to the level of excellence you demonstrated today. Well, it's quite remarkable. But I exposed the most unpalatable truth you could have ever imagined in court today. I feel as though I've robbed you of something you held so dear. What was it he said? To fight those who dwell in the darkness requires at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. But that was just a feeble excuse of a coward. Only those with a steadfast eye for the truth have what it takes to fight back the forces of crime. You made fine work of establishing that fact in court today. Oh. Beating my game reward? I get a cookie? Well, thank you. Oh my god! That's a Gojo cookie. That's illegal.
What magnanimous words! I'm quite sure that Kazuma-sama would have a smile on his face at this very moment if he were here.
Kazuma. Susato, stop setting us up for failure! Miss Susato? There's another face like thunder here.
Oh my. And he really was here.
Lord Von Zeeks. Allow me to congratulate you on your acquittal. Congratulate me, or curse me. You failed to bring down the Reaper. I owe you an apology. No, it is I who should apologize. Your father, Genshin. If I had been stronger, then perhaps. I made an unforgivable error of judgment. I can offer no excuse. Why is Sholmes the ideal human being? He isn't. He's a filthy cheater. With a drug problem. And I can offer no forgiveness. That said, I suppose you fought for justice and the truth. For that, at least, I can't withhold respect. Your words mean more to me than you could know. I will hold them dear. If these two start making out, Runo's just gonna fucking noose himself right here and then. Like, this would just be fucking... no.
Kazuma-sama?
I must say, there's one thing that's still bothering me. What's that? The will that Lord Clint Von Zeeks wrote before his duel with my father. Asogi is a fine detective and hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final two wishes. The first is that his document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. I confess my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. With my eternal gratitude to my Japanese friend, I rest my quill. Clint Von Zeeks. Oh, yeah, I've heard about China cracking down, yeah. Everybody's terrified about what's gonna happen to Genshin. Like, China is China is literally, not even fucking around, China is effectively banning femboys. So people are freaking out about Genshin because of fucking Venti and Xingqiu. Watch Hasanoga come in and ruin everything. Oh my god, please no. That would be as bad as Lang in Investigations 2, if not worse. What can the second of his final wishes have been? That your father agreed to honor, you mean? They've been trying to ban violent anime. They've been trying to ban violence in general. It's why Kamen Rider has less motorcycle stunts. I think perhaps. I might be able to shed some light. I'm guessing that it was that his wife wife and daughter be taken care of. Specifically, the existence of a daughter, even.
Father?
It was 10 years ago, as you know, the day before the execution was scheduled. I went to the prison to say my farewells to Genshin. I'm sorry, but your anniversary awards are just too shit. I just can't keep playing you every day. Why aren't you putting up more of a fight, Genshin? They're going to keep review bombing you and posting dead Chi-Chis. If you'd only agree to it, Seishu and I would gladly petition the government. We've been through this already. You don't need to worry about me. Anyway, Yujin, I have a favor to ask of you. Something of great importance. Got passed down the chain, I'm guessing. It's the exact same angle and cell that they used for Vigil's flashback. You're one of my greatest friends, Genshin. Whatever it is, consider it done. Iris's dad is 100% Clint, if we're getting this now. I mean, I guess it could also be Genshin, but that'd be weird. He fucking married a Baskerville lady as a facade or something. I think it's Clint. I think we have actual Uncle Barry. I'm going to tell you an address. I need you to go watch in secret and telling no one. You should find a lady of the gentry hiding there. I'm sorry you're gonna be fucked by the Chinese government. Or Genshin was her dad. Iris has two dads. Genshin and Clint invented Mpreg. Night-night, Ren. You have a good one.
A lady of the gentry? She's not in a good way, and she's with child. The birth is imminent. As a medical man, I'd like you to attend her. Please, you're her only hope.
Oh. Yeah, fuck. She probably died during childbirth. God fucking damn it.
By any chance, is the child yours, Genshin? Don't be daft. That'd be silly. It's a favor that was asked of me by a man I knew, as his dying wish. My goodness. I swore to the man I would help, that I would do whatever I could for his wife and his unborn child. But if something should happen to me, I need to ask you that same favor. You're the only person I can truly rely on.
What did you say? If something should happen to you, tomorrow night you're going to be... Oh, God! Jesus Christ, Blanca! That's a little rich for my blood. Oh, God. That's too much bulge. Too much bulge for me.
You never know, though, do you? What life will bring.
Oh, it's fine. It's not like it's full on and it's... I mean, it's pushing it. It's probably pushing it, but yeah. It's fine. I just don't save it.
All right, then. Tell me the address. I'll head there at once. With Seishiro and... No, not with him. He's a fuckboy. Pardon? This is a favor I'm asking of you, and only you, Yujin. Right, I see. Very well, then. That very night, I caught a train to Paddington, to Dartmoor and Devon. I found the old house in the middle of nowhere. It was an old hunting hound lay asleep on the grounds.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the dog died like shortly after, but not immediately after. Oh, poor Balmung.
The poor woman was on the floor in the back of a darkened room. She was in mortal danger. I broke her waters to precipitate the labor before she weakened further, but it was a tortuous birth. I did everything humanly possible for her and her child.
Oh, God.
And in the end, I was lucky enough to welcome a new life into the world. But tragically, my efforts to save the mother's life were in vain. I held the healthy newborn girl in my arms and wept for longer than I care to remember. Eventually, in something of a daze, I looked around the room. There was precious little in it, but an old travel trunk caught my eye. It had clearly been well locked after all these years. Made of top quality leather with some fine stitching. But it was when I saw the emblem on the side that everything dropped into place.
God. I was gonna say, and this is after he already went through this with his own wife? Jesus fucking Christ. God damn, this poor man. Jesus Christ.
B for Baskerville.
But Baskerville? You mean the woman was the wife of Lord Clint Von Zeeks?
That's right.
I was gonna, yeah, so we were talking about how far human technology's come in the last century or so. Like, good fucking God. Any kind of pregnancy or neonatal related care, Jesus Christ. Thank fucking God they don't have to go through that much pain anymore.
The newborn was a daughter.
But that makes no sense! Why on earth would Clint have entrusted the child to that? Why wouldn't Clint have entrusted the child to my care in that case? I was completely unaware he even had a daughter.
I suppose. He didn't really have any choice.
What?
I was gonna say Miss Vigil, the Vigils have 2 kids. God damn, Evie's a fucking Chad. Well, your brother said that he confessed everything to his wife. She must have been beside herself with worry for the child. If the tragedy of the professor were to ever be made public, the girl would be forever branded as the daughter of the infamous mass murderer. Ah. So the only solution was to distance the young girl from the Von Zeeks family as much as possible.
I don't believe it.
Weren't instigated until the 1920s. God damn. Yeah. Jesus, that shit had to have been a fucking nightmare. Ugh.
I imagine that in his final hour, Lord Clint Von Zeeks made the obvious choice.
Also, the baby weirdly already knew how to write full-on essays in new 10 languages.
She came out with steampunk goggles on her head. It was weird.
Clint was actually part robot. That explains everything. And vampire. Part robot and vampire. God damn. Iris can't stop winning. She hit the genetic jackpot.
She changed her own diapers. It was fucking weird. He would have thought to himself, this Japanese man here is someone I can trust. I honored my promise to Genshin, of course. However, only a month later, I was summoned back to Japan. And without disclosing the parentage of the child, I couldn't obtain permission to take her with me.
I was gonna say, how did you fucking legally manage to sweep that under the rug? I mean, like, I guess back in this time, like, birth certificates and shit weren't as well documented, so, like, maybe you could get away with it, like, good God. Yep, nope. I called it accidentally. I called that one by complete accident. I was like, oh man, Iris gives cute nicknames to everyone. Can we get close enough with Von Zeeks that she'll call him Uncle Barry? It'll be cute. Nah! Literal. Useless. Useless psychic powers. How awful. You were nervously laughing when I said it! I'm shocked no one reacted to it. Good job, guys. At least not that I noticed.
I was completely at a loss. In the end, I had to ask my great friend.
Some people did. Okay, then I just got lucky and didn't notice. Otherwise, I definitely would have thought about that too hard. No, like I said, this is fine. This makes the adoption process easier because now Von Zieks is the winner. Von Zieks is actual husbando. So now we have a living blood relative. That'll make the custody battle a fucking breeze.
I asked him if he would be a father to her.
That being Mr. Sholmes, I presume.
Yes. He took one look in my eyes and agreed to it on the spot.
Mr. Sholmes? He has a heart of gold. Nah, he has a heart of crystal meth. And various other illegal substances.
Really? All it can be said that I did for the child was to give her a name.
Oh?
When I'd come to Britain, I was trying to escape from the grief of losing my darling wife. So it was her name that I gave the little girl.
Your wife's name, Professor Mikotoba? In other words...
The name of my mother. Ayame Mikotoba.
Oh! Here's something that probably doesn't translate very well.
That's right, Ayame. Or in English, Iris.
Iris? Wait a minute. This means we can find her. We just have to search for every 10-year-old in the city named Iris. Gee, Iris, how come Capcom lets you have 5 dads?
I had no idea.
She did mention her mother died childbirth. I don't remember that.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's wrong?
The thing just pinched me on my trouser pocket hard.
Oh, my dear fellows, can you hear me?
Did he just pinch my ass with the bunny? Sholmes, it's over! Oh my fucking god! Mr. Sholmes, what do you want? Ow! Yes, I can hear you.
You see what excessive talking can do? Let that be a lesson to you.
Mr. Sholmes, we weren't able to thank you properly before, but you were simply marvelous. Your checkmate move was a stroke of genius.
Indeed it was, wasn't it? I surpassed myself, I feel. It became apparent to me that to stop Lord Chief Justice would require some measures. Lord Chief Injustice.
I'll give you that one.
Runo! Susie!
Oh, hey, cutie.
Oh, I'm so pleased. What a wonderful outcome. Her Majesty Queen Vicky said she thought my special blend was delicious.
Oh, I'm sure she did. After all, no one brews a more delicious tea than you do, Iris.
Let's have a party to celebrate. And Mr. Reaper, you simply must come too.
Call him uncle or daddy.
What? I'm afraid I couldn't. I'm allergic to tea. I can only drink alcohol anymore. It's the only thing that eases the pain.
The Reaper of the Bailey, flustered by a 10-year-old girl. Again.
No, really? Oh, pooh.
But I give you my word that I shall present myself at your residence in the near future to express my gratitude.
Oh, how lovely. You promised now. I won't let you forget. Bye for now, then.
All right, Iris. Thank you for all your help earlier.
I'm allergic to tea and people. Tea parties are like walking into the fucking plague.
Oh, that was nothing. Just come back soon.
Ow! One final pinch goodbye, was it? Have they still not made the connection? They didn't react to that as strongly as I thought they might.
Well, I ought to be leaving.
Where the fuck you going?
Lord Von Zieks, would you care to accompany me? Certainly.
If you two skip out on Iris's tea party to go make out instead, I swear to fucking god. Oh, Kazuo with Haruno, the, Chunosuke. That's cute.
Mr. Naruhodo, allow me once again to express my deep gratitude to you. I believe you saved my life. In more ways than one.
I love you too, honey. Wait, Lord Von Zeeks! I love you.
Yes?
What are you intending to do now?
Well, clearly I shall leave to resign from the prosecutor's office.
Oh no!
I intend to publicize the truth about the Professor case. Once that's done, the Von Zieks family will be ostracized completely from London society.
Surely not.
As soon as I am free from my employment, I shall leave the capital.
Oh, I see.
Don't be a fool.
I was gonna say, we're gonna need somebody to replace, fucking, Strongheart's old position, right?
Are those the actions of a man once fearless of the mighty Reaper of the Bailey? I beg your pardon.
For the past 10 years, you've endured that pseudonym and been cast as one of the Dark Forces yourself. Now that you've finally been free from that disrepute, your battle is just beginning, surely.
Well, I certainly never expected to hear those words from your lips.
I waited a very long time to come to London. Now that I'm properly here, I intend to learn all that I can. How about I come to Japan? No! I don't want to break up the family. Anyway, goodbye for now, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kazuma Asogi. Seems as though he's really matured suddenly. If he also becomes an adulterer, I swear to fucking God.
He's not the only one who's matured, Mr. Naruhodo.
Huh?
Well, I think we should make our way back to Baker Street. We must help Iris with tonight's dinner.
Indeed we must. It was then that I came to an important decision about my future. This game's about to make me mad. This game's about to pull an Apollo, I can feel it. We're like, okay, Kazuma, you stay here with Von Zeeks and you guys work on getting the law back in order here. We'll go to Japan and fix it there since we're even further behind. Honey, I'm home!
About time you got here. I've been waiting ages, Odo.
What are you doing with that colorful piece of history?
It's a party, is it? Gonna go off with a bang. I'm in fireworks, ideally. But when you ain't got fire, smoke's the next best thing. Ain't it?
Spirit of Justice Ending, Spirit of Justice Ending. There's a girl on Fresno Street who could help you with that, actually.
Right. I'll remember that.
You don't have to reload that thing every time I speak.
You really must hear this. It's the most extraordinary thing. I assure you, it will defy your expectations. Take down every detail now, Mikotoba.
Ah, the world-famous great detective regaling his partner with the tale of his adventure, a sight to behold. Disgusting. Gory shows up with a cake made of the eyes of people who wanted to beat to death, please. That's the best ending.
Would you care to hazard a guess? Where do you suppose the fiendish runaway had concealed himself? Would you believe? Inside the trunk, I found a pattern in his cabin. I would believe it, yes, because I was there. I say, Mikotoba, I take not a hint of surprise. I wonder why that is, hmm? Maybe because I was there at the scene as well, Sholmes. What, you were? Then why the deuce didn't you say so before?
Not quite what I was expecting to see, but still. Hard not to feel privileged to see it. I'm so privileged to witness myself being cheated on. Hello, Mr. Sholmes, Professor Mikotoba. I'm finally back from the Bailey.
Not a moment too soon. Nothing's prepared by Iris and Mr. Sato awaits. I must say, I haven't seen Sato looking so happy in a very long time.
Ah, Runo, there you are. Dinner is on the table, everyone. Please do come and take a seat. Time to fill my boots. Goodness, is that really true, Tina? Yep, I'm losing me copper's cola, bring one back to what I know best. It's a diver's life for me.
You're really leaving the police force? But why, Ginny?
Well, the boss ain't around no more, so...
Oh.
And anyway, no matter how hard I try, that Reaper ain't gonna accept the diver turn take easy.
Well, people can change, you know.
Oh, yes, that reminds me. Gina, can you come back to Japan with us if you're fucking leaving? Since there's nothing for you here, that apparently, because you're also a Gregson simp. God damn it. I rather thoughtfully offer to relieve the bailiff of this now-defunct piece of evidence.
Huh?
It's the inspector's pocket watch. The crown's been reattached. That watch was his pride and joy, a symbol of his great achievements at Scotland Yard. For 10 years without fail, it measured every second of the man's remarkable career.
But now it's stopped.
Someone needs to keep the memory of Inspector Gregson's career alive by taking on the great responsibility of winding that watch every single day again.
Yes, someone we can with an equally fierce detective spirit.
I'm literally, like, losing brain cells listening to this. Good God. Everything that happened with the Professor case. And we're really gonna try and make this about Gregson. And what an honorable death he died, and how we need to continue his legacy. Fuck off.
It's gonna be me. There ain't no one else. Quite right. I mean, after all, the boss was... Well, he was my boss. No one's a bigger simp than me. For Gregson offered Persona 5. Order in the court, bring in the dancing gobsters.
Yes, Ginny, yes he was.
Where the fuck is Toby?
Oh yeah, and I made you a promise and all. Didn't I, Iris?
Tales of Arise sucks, does it? I've been hearing nothing but good things about it. What the fuck?
That I become a proper detective one day and track down your old man.
Oh. Oh, it has Sword Art Online costumes? Oh no. Okay, yeah, that does kind of suck. Oof.
Alright, then it's decided. I'll do it, and I swear. I'll find your dad and bring him back kicking and screaming.
I'm not entirely sure that would be appropriate. She doesn't know.
Yeah, Gina, I think it might be best to...
I think I'd like you to forget that promise, Ginny.
Eh?
And when Gregson isn't on the screen, other characters should shout, "Where's Gregson?" Because Gregson is so important. What is that from? I'm thinking of like a review or something. That like made the same criticism about someone being a Mary Sue or something. Constantly mention it. Was it The Simpsons? Okay. Iris?
Well, obviously, I've always wondered about who my real daddy was. Of course I have. I want to know where I've come from. I thought it might tell me something about myself,
It was the Poochie episode? Okay.
but I've caused such trouble trying to find out for so many people. Hurley, Runo, Professor Mickey.
I do realize Grayson was the closest thing Gina has to a father. You do realize that fathers can be bad. And that people can kind of be evil. And not necessarily deserve to be held up on a pedestal. You realize that you can mourn somebody's death and resolve to continue their legacy and resolve to do better than them without acting like they were a goddamn saint. That's possible, you know? Oh, no, not at all, my dear. Really, you owe no apology to anyone.
Well, anyway, I've decided to give up on it because I finally realized my daddy is the greatest in the world. I don't think it matters what his name is or where he's from. Don't you agree? Hurley?
Oh. Oh. Your dad's a man whore. But no.
With every word, Iris.
Thank you, Hurley. Thank you, Daddy.
Oh. I think we get over. Yes, Sholmes. That I ought to express my gratitude to you. Oh? For 6 years, you and I solved many mysteries together. And during that time, I remember countless expressions of gratitude for our good services. But a moment ago, I heard the most pleasing expression of gratitude of them all.
Custody battle might have just hit a bit of a snag.
I should never have experienced it were it not for you. You old softy, Sholmes. But I must confess, it's a weight off my mind to hear you say it. Well then, I think this calls for a lengthy violin recital, wouldn't you say?
Oh, well, the food is go cold, though. That's the only problem. Maybe next week, Hurley.
Are you sure a week is long enough, Iris?
Even amidst the most troubling of cases, even reeling from the most shocking of revelations. Returning in the evening of this suite of rooms, there's always warmth and happiness to be had. The home of the world's greatest detective, and my home too, with my greatest family. Thank God I didn't invite Hosonaga. God, Ryu, honey, please don't go back to Japan. If you go back to Japan, then he's gonna be your new inspector. Please, no. Stay here with Gina. The attic in this room has been my home and office for almost a year now. I've certainly had some unforgivable experiences whilst I've lived here. But I think now the time has come. Time to bid this place farewell.
Naruhodo!
Oh, Professor!
Are you alone? I didn't hear any sound from Susato's room.
Yeah, she went out after dinner. She took a carriage. Something about an important matter she needed to take care of. Uh-oh.
Ah, I see. I wanted to thank you for what you did earlier.
Oh?
With Iris, I mean. When the subject of her father came up.
Lord Clint Von Zeeks.
I made up my mind many years ago to never tell her who her real father was. It's what was agreed with Genshin, after all.
Lord Clint Von Zeeks' final wishes before he died, you mean?
Yes, I've had to take some rather drastic steps at times to protect that secret, you know. Calling Susato back to Japan 6 months ago, for example.
That's why.
When I read Suseki-san's report about his final days in London, my heart nearly stopped. You'd stumbled across the crux of that terrible case. The dog's collar. The description of the Baskerville insignia left me in no doubt.
Baskerville.
If you decide to investigate that insignia, sooner or later, you would have made the connection to the Von Zeeks. And to make matters worse, Susato knew of the unpublished story as well. The story that Iris had written based on my notes at the time.
Ah, yes, the Hound of Baskervilles.
Exactly. It was a work of fiction, but based on the grim reality of a huge beast of a dog used as a murder weapon. A dog with the Baskerville family emblem around its neck. Armed with those two crimes, I feared you and Susato might arrive at the truth. So I invented a story about having collapsed to justify her leaving her leaving London and returning to Japan at once. All in the aid of halting any investigations you and she might have been contemplating.
I see. Something I've never understood is why Susato-san came across that manuscript in Japan, though. You know, Iris is the Hound of Baskerville story, I mean.
Sholmes sent it to me. That was before Susato left Japan. He was very troubled about what should be done about it, you see. I'd read it and carelessly left it on my desk. Which is where Susato came across it, of course.
Huh.
It was the only case Sholmes that I ever pursued that I didn't record in meticulous detail. I was stunned when I discovered young Iris had pieced together so much of it from my paltry notes. Sholmes and I discussed the matter and decided we couldn't allow the story's publication. At that point, I returned the manuscript to post for Sholmes for safekeeping.
So you did all that to stop Iris from finding out about the truth about her father?
That's right, because Sholmes had told me how astute she'd become. However, having witnessed the events in court today, I must say my opinion has somewhat shifted.
Oh?
I think at some point in the future, the time will come for Iris to know the truth. And when it does, well, I believe it will be for the best.
I think so too. I was gonna say, I think she deserves to know solely for the fact that she does still have a living relative with Barack. Like, I get it. I get wanting to protect her from the stigma, but... Actually, Professor, I want to talk to you about something else, too.
Judging from that expression, I'd say you've come to a decision, have you?
Yes, I have. I will be returning with you to Japan.
Are you quite sure?
I'm really only here as a substitute for Kazuma. But he's here in Britain now, as originally intended. Locum student Naruhodo doesn't really have a right to stay, I think. But seriously, I'm taking her in the divorce.
I see.
Looking back now, when I first arrived here in February.
We were totally always in these outfits. Don't worry about it. Look at the pretty bunny.
My becoming a lawyer just seemed to be the way things turned out. With Kazuma, Susato, and Mr. Sholmes all gently pushing me in that direction. I spent the best part of a year immersed in this world, but always aware of a seed of doubt inside me. Until today. Standing in that courtroom earlier, all doubts vanished from my mind. I was totally focused. I was sure of my belief in my client, and I was sure I could see the trial through. And at the end of it, I finally realized no one else chose this path for me. I chose it myself.
The path of a defense lawyer, eh?
Yes, that's what I'm at. That's what I am now. That's what I'll be going back with you. That's what I'll be going back with you to Japan as. And that's the path I'll be following for the rest of my life.
Well, it sounds like you've made quite a resolution there.
I have.
Very well then, I must say it's extremely welcome news.
I can't help it. I've been conditioned to pick up on this shit my entire life. I watch too much TV. I'm sorry. Bullshit psychic powers.
I shall make arrangements for your return first thing tomorrow, but I don't imagine we'll depart for a few days.
Not with the symposium having been canceled now. Such a shame.
Never mind, I'm sure there'll be other opportunities in the future. Well then, I'll bid you good night.
I'm not blaming the game. I'm blaming my brain. Y'all know how I feel about this. So who gets you in the custody battle? Susato-san!
I just wanted to let you know that I'm back.
Did you, hear what your father and I were discussing?
I'm sorry, I did, yes. I couldn't help but...
Oh, how much did you hear?
Well... From the part about Iris's real father, I think?
In other words, you're a ninja. Jesus Christ.
So you've made up your mind. You'll return to Japan and continue working as a defense lawyer.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I really should have consulted you about it. I did want to earlier this evening, actually, but you'd already gone out.
Oh no, that's quite alright. I already knew that's what you decide, Naruhodo-san.
You did? Are you two about to be straight? Ew. Susato-san?
Yes?
I suppose this means it has to be farewell soon.
I suppose.
You'll be a great help to Kazuma going forward. I mean, I know he's a brilliant lawyer, but he's new to the British courtroom. He'll certainly benefit greatly from having a brilliant judicial assistant at his side. Straight's an ace attorney? It's more likely than you'd think.
I'll do my very best.
I wish I could say it, but I just can't. I can't ask her to come with me. After all, she was always supposed to be coming to Britain as Kazuma's assistant.
It's growing late. We should both try and get some sleep. I'm sure you must be exhausted after today.
Ah, yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Before I retire, let me just say one more time. You really were quite splendid in court today. So if you ask me, anyone who thinks of you as a substitute or a locum should be ashamed of themselves.
Susato-san, you're gonna make me cry again. Thank you. I mentioned before that heterosexuality might be his only option. He's got to continue the bloodline somehow. Somewhere down the line, we got to make enough relatives to make a phoenix eventually. I can't believe this day's finally come. Oh, I care for you in a completely platonic way. No hetero. I love you, Susato-san. I love you and all you guys.
Whoa!
You're really leaving then, Bruno?
I'm afraid so, Iris. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah, we're stuck being hetero, so it's either Susato or Gina. Or I guess we could get to know Maria better. Maria's very nice. I don't know what I'll do without your wonderful cooking and delicious tea.
Oh, I wish you weren't going. You have to come back and visit. Say you will.
Of course, I promise. Well, it was a very brief reunion, but it was a pleasure to pursue a case with you again after so long. For a while, at least, it felt like old times. Yes, I suppose on reflection. OMG, Ryu, we're gonna get just like Persona 5! I'm gonna go reproduce asexually. There's something to be said for it, having a little fun once in a while.
I'll just go ahead and say goodbye to the professor as well, I think.
Alright, Iris, you do that.
Susato-san.
Oh, voice acting voice! Why do you say it like that?
I've just checked, Naruhodo-san. Your luggage is already on board. Such a beautiful morning. Perfect for embarking on a journey, isn't it?
Before I set off,
I'd just like to say how thankful I am for everything you've done for me. And give my warmest regards to Kazuma, please.
They sound British. Well, one, the game was dubbed in Britain using the same studio as the first Xenoblade, I believe. And two, like, you have to think of it like this way: where would they have been learning English from? Probably by imitating British people, so they adopt the accents along with it. Yeah, exactly. They studied British English. It makes sense. It does work that way. Is accurate. Can confirm.
Actually, I think you ought to give him your regards in person, don't you?
I was gonna say, we're really not seeing off Barack or Kazuma? Goddamn. Like the Joestars, exactly.
Sorry?
Ryunosuke,
Kazuma! What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
do you really think I'd miss my best friend's departure?
Thanks. To be honest, I'd been looking forward to our wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's capital, but,
Well, we'll have to save that for another time. Personally, I'm looking forward to facing you in court again.
Me too. But, we're both defense lawyers, so,
I mean, I doubt he's gonna go back to that.
I'm going to become a prosecutor.
Yeah. Did we actually think he would do that? Like, what? There's no way he's gonna double back and be the other thing now. He's stuck. He's stuck on that plot railroad.
I'll stay in Lord Van Zeek's tutelage for the time being, but before long, I intend to be just as formidable as the Reaper himself.
oh, I see.
I wish this had been anime.
Actually, Ryunosuke, I have a favor to ask.
Name it.
I'd like you to take care of this for me for a while.
Karuma? Why?
Because I've seen it now.
Grab my sword, Ryunosuke!
I've seen what's inside me. The demon that reared its ugly head that day.
I can't keep this. It's a symbol of the gay.
It was only for the briefest of moments. The last time I came face to face with that inspector. But it was unmistakable. I wanted to kill him. I've always known there are demons that live inside people. And now I know there is one in me. The fact that it very nearly consumed me is something I'll carry with me until the end of my days. While I devote my life to fighting those whose demons have got the better of them. As a prosecutor.
So, that's what you've resolved to do, is it?
Until I'm ready to face the demon within me. To slay it once and for all. I leave this in your care. If you'll take it.
Did Kazuma
Of course
somehow
I
win the bowl after all?
I'll keep it by my side. Always.
You also have to take the headband. It's very awkward between us now. It just doesn't cling to my forehead the same way it used to.
Until we meet again, then. You have your path to follow, and I have mine.
Do prosecutors have judicial assistants?
Naruhodo-san?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute, does that mean we do get to keep Susato? Does heterosexuality win?
The path you're going to follow from now on. I wonder if I might follow it at your side, and unless I'd be a burden.
Oh.
What? I mean, I would very much like you to come with me. But aren't you
You're so predictable, Ryunosuke.
I can't believe heterosexuality won. Christmas is ruined.
I am?
Honestly, you never change at all. But that's what I like about you.
You mean you knew about
I
this?
should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
It kind of feels like that, right? Thank you, Dusk.
It was the evening after Lord Van Zeek's trial came to an end.
I was gonna say, why was that so weirdly fitting?
She came to see me at the prosecutor's office.
Really? Oh, when I had that conversation with Professor Mikotoba.
Let's have platonic babies, Susato-san.
So, you'd go with Ryunosuke back to Japan?
Yes. I know it's unfair of me to follow my own interests like this.
Coming here especially to tell me. You're a stickler for etiquette, aren't you? Well, what are his feelings?
We've never discussed it, of course, and Naruhodo-san has made no such suggestion. I worry that perhaps I'd be a burden to him.
He's just as much of a stickler for etiquette as you are. He'd never say anything before he was asked.
What, you thought I'd empty out my best friend? You've been spending too much time on the internet, Ryunosuke. I haven't really. Iris only invented it yesterday. One, I forgot I set that up. Two, because I replicated from other alerts, it came up as saving Christmas. I'm gonna have to fix that. It should be insert name here, like that. I like that. Again, oddly fitting.
But I'd feel happy knowing you were with him. Look out for him on my behalf, will you?
Oh, we have his blessing.
Of course.
Susato-san.
What do you think, Naruhodo-san?
With you by my side, no trial would seem too daunting. So if you're willing, I'd be honored if you'd come with me. Together we can take on the world.
Oh, how dare. How dare this be this cute.
I'm terribly incompetent, but if you'll have me, I'd be delighted.
Oh, no, not at all. If anyone's terribly incompetent, it's me.
Ah! What's wrong?
Your luggage, Susato-san. There's no time. The ship's going to set sail any minute now.
It's all right. There's no need to worry.
If only we could get something like this for 7. I would appreciate some proper closure on some of the relationships in the current era games. I would appreciate the formal settling down of Phoenix and Edgeworth, please.
As it happens, my luggage is already on board too.
Sneaky, sneaky!
It is?
Your fine judicial assistant has everything in hand as always, I see.
I was gonna say, yeah, if they can't confirm the gays, if everyone else is just gonna be in gay purgatory, then yeah, at least it can be Simon and Athena. Please. Maybe see how Maggie and Gumshoe are doing. I hope Maggie and Gumshoe are married with kids by this point. They fucking better be. And they're being put on a ship that's setting sail! Oh my god! It broke new ground!
Bruno, your ship's about to leave.
Time to go then. Look after yourself, Ryunosuke.
Kazuma, draw your sword.
Uh-oh. Whip it out! God damn it, why isn't this anime? I'm so fucking mad! God damn you, Japan, why didn't you buy the first game?
One day, when our paths cross, once more, we'll fight a duel of words across the courtroom. The day I eagerly await as a lawyer.
Mine's bigger.
I've been waiting to hear you say that. Partner.
Aibo! It's been a while. Holy shit. Even in a game with one of the most heterosexual
Don't forget
endings
me
I've
then,
seen in
Kazuma.
this franchise, we have to end on a dick metaphor. You'll love to see it.
As if I could. Ryunosuke.
Is that the thumbnail, maybe?
And Mr. Sholmes, thank you so much. I'm very much indebted to you.
No, we're not.
Indeed, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe you are.
Why do I feel oddly jealous?
I'll never forget all you've done for me during my time in London.
Quite. I should like to think you will remember your debt of gratitude. Especially when I visit you in your country.
No! It's over. I'm straight now. Deal with it.
What? The truth is, although many are ignorant of the fact, the world is far smaller than most folk realize.
Well, I'd be delighted if you came to Japan one day.
All jokes aside, that's a nicely poignant line. Breaking down boundaries and all that.
Oh yes! Would welcome you with open arms, Mr. Sholmes.
Chisato, no.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! I can't wait!
I'll bring Iris! Okay, you can visit on weekends.
In
And
that
then World
case,
War
let
II
us
happened. We're not
conclude
gonna
that this
we're not
is
gonna
to
worry
be
about
merely
that.
a brief parting, my dear fellows.
Being in a relationship with Sholmes made you straight. That's how it go.
And that brings us to the end of my adventures in Great Britain.
Aww.
A peculiar twist of fate brought me halfway around the world those many months ago. But that was just the start of my journey. Who knows where fate will lead me next? Still, I'm confident this won't be my last meeting with the friends I've made in London. And when we're together again, no doubt the first words I'll hear will be,
Come, the game is afoot.
No, not that one! The mouse and bunny come with us.
The ship,
of course.
with our friends from the east, sailed steadily towards the distant horizon. But Sholmes' face was alight with joy.
The times may change, but a steadfast friendship will remain true, Wilson. We have but to gently close our eyes, and we are with our companions once more.
So, I do just that.
God damn, Iris, you're better at imitating male voices than me.
And when I do, I can hear his strong, familiar voice ring out.
Objection!
There we go. Now,
Until we
kids.
meet again, Bruno.
Iris was the real Watson. Yeah. Of course. Too bad we didn't get the third game. Well, I mean, this was, I think, I still don't think anyone's found official confirmation, but like, odds are this was supposed to be the third game. Oh, this thing. I've been thoroughly indulted with inquiries about my remote cinematograph, but I'm no purveyor of electrical goods, and what of the pompous close-court society? Anyway, I've decided an absence from London is in order. A sojourn in distant climes, the Empire of Japan, perhaps. I understand that wardrobe class incurs no charge whatsoever.
I shall disguise myself as a Kotrak.
I gave a little note to Hurley the other day. It said, "Thank you for everything, Daddy," but it made Hurley cry. I gave him some lotion I invented as well, to dye his hair red safely. But he said that might make him cry too, so he'd rather not use it.
Baby girl. In those days when I was known as the Reaper, I felt your presence at my side. Once, unable to bear the burden of that grim pseudonym, I even retired from the courtroom. Despite everything, I still wear your prosecutor's badge with pride. But the darkness that once beset me is no more, as you too are no more. In the words of a young foreign friend of mine, I must stride forward towards a brighter future.
Oh. Not learned friend, actual friend.
The boss left a note for me, you know, and I read it I can read a letter every now and then. A to Z, the whole lot. It's cleared a load of stuff up. The boss was trying to protect me, see. And that's exactly what me and Chief Inspector Toby here are gonna keep doing for Londoners. I only wish I could have said how grateful I was before he, you know.
I'm glad she stayed a cop. I was scared for a little bit. Like, having her become a digger again, that would have felt like a cop-out. Good for her.
I'm fucking dead! I'm kind of a piece of shit! You reminded me that I actually do have some degree of a moral compass, but that does not change the fact that I am a piece of shit. Gotta take care of one more job. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I sucked Strongheart's dick like he sucked mine. Everything will be fine.
What do you mean that's not what he said? What?
Gotta become at least one like Makoto from Persona 5.
Your Excellency, this man is accused of illegal entry into...
Objection! Oblique! Overstatement! Overruled! The minister has been detained in Britain anyway!
Who is this caddish counsel for the defense? All women are forbidden to enter the courtroom. Really? My friend Suzaku-san is in British courtroom all the time and doing a wonderful job, you fuck.
By the way, has anybody perhaps heard of a close case?
Also, Wagahai's kitties. Yeah, she did not. She's on the box art. She did not end up being important at all.
Mama, it's true about Japanese people. Are they all experts at flaying corpses?
Yes, they are. Fish corpses on the whole.
I'd like to hone my own filleting skills. You don't mind, do you, Mama?
Yes, I do mind. I'm not a corpse yet, am I?
I mean, I could fix that part. No. And I'm glad.
Aww. She's gonna murder you in your sleep. Just like to thank whoever beat up Hosonaga. Me too.
Here I am again in Great Britain on the invitation of my dear old friend Barack. He sent me a very nice letter saying he'd like to show me around and now that everything is settled. But what have I done? I was so excited I picked up this splendid hotel and now I can't afford the bill. Oh, Barack, come to my rescue again, please. I wish I could just vanish into thin air sometimes.
I love you, Hairbrain. You are cool. If I can't have Barack, then I hope you get him. It's fine, whatever. Like I said, we have no choice but to be heterosexual, apparently, so it's fine. He can have him.
When I went to make the waxwork impression of the killer in the cemetery, I realized what had happened. But even in the witness stand of the highest court in the land, I could never speak of it.
The Lord Chief Justice and I had struck a bargain, you see. For a faithful reproduction of the Visage, there is nothing we Tuskels would not do.
I still can't believe that he let that slide. How was she not on a hit list at any point? She's great, but what the fuck?
Honor system!
Oh!
Everyone calls me Gotham. I smell just a little tip at the passers-by, you know?
Hey, everyone calls me a pepino! I spend the spaghetti more red than my heady!
Hey, everyone, they call me... No, I cannot do it. This is ridiculous.
Oh, honey, stop trying to out-skulkin the Skulkins. I'm glad you're making new friends, though. Very charming.
Yes, and when we're released, we're all going to strike it rich together. Oh no, they actually are. Oh no. Please don't let him be in jail for too long. Like, good God, literally did nothing wrong. Where the fuck is Olive? When I was accepted on the foreign study tour, I knew exactly what path I had to take. And however it might have ended, I knew I wanted you there to see it. If I'd ended up in the dock, there's no one I would rather have had defending me. But now, thanks to you, there's a new path I want to take. I'm sure we'll meet again in the cold room, my friend. Until then, I leave Karma in your care. Aibo. Put the headband back on. Seriously, it's weird. Where's the bee lady? Where's Olive? Where's Shamsphere's desecrated corpse?
I've made some tea, Naruhodo-san. It's important you rest whilst you can. Once we arrive in Japan, you shall be busy establishing your new office. I'm so delighted to be accompanying you. After all, your talent's been recognized by a great detective. Because you really are the greatest of lawyers. A great ace attorney, some might say.
I like that! Oh no. Oh! Thumbnail? I'll have to censor Kazuma's fucking face again. Kazuma, you're a thumbnail ruiner. You're too spoilery. Gamer edited Super Saiyan Red Gant. Beautiful. Okay. Alright. No more fast reading. Anime credits! Woo! Yeah, walking through everything again. Oh. Olive will be here at least. Make me very sad again. Why do I have to censor his face? Because he's kind of a big spoiler. The fact that he's alive in the second game. Look at Waka Ice Kitties! Look at Waka Ice Kitties! Aww. Olive was a culprit. It's not a crime to murder a clown. Fuck you, Hosonaga. You suck. They don't show culprits in the end. They literally just showed Many Memo. They literally just showed Many Memo. They have to show Olive. I refuse. They showed Many Memo. They have to show Olive. Fuck you. What? Wait, no. Show me my girl. So we can kill Wendo? Not that one. That's a good one. There we go. Get away! You fucking go away! You fucking piece of shit! I'm gonna build a playground on your fucking grave! I'm gonna stomp on your dick until it turns to fucking paste! You fucking piece of shit! Get the fuck off my screen, you motherfucker! I love you, bee lady. I love you, Soseki. I love you, Agahai. Drebber, you were cool. Rex, you suck. Balloon guy, you alright? Tell Spells, you're cool. What an adventure. Courtney, you probably should have been elaborated a little on. Maria, you're awesome. Character designs were popping off. Hairbrain. If I can't have Barack, I'm glad you get to have him. That's fine. Beppo, I'm so sorry. You deserve better. You did some stuff wrong, but you didn't deserve a life of homelessness. Alternate personality, Vigil, whatever. Firework Girl, you're crazy. Evie, Vigil, you rock. Keep on trucking. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Jump out your own goddamn window, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You two are alright. I miss the Skulkins, though. The cat's a member of the family. No. I'm done. I'm now allowed. This man clearly lives rent-free in enough people's heads. I won't allow him to live in mine. And that's when he left us forever to cheat on us. Yeah, with Mikotoba. Never gonna dance again. These guilty feet have gotten a rhythm. That's nice. He broke a desk. It was really funny. He fell down some stairs. It was really, really funny. I clapped when I saw it. Also, he's a giant. Good God. He could break me in half. Jesus Christ. Oh, Shelms came back. Okay. I was like, he's just gonna keep dancing? Touch tips. There we go. He's a tiny pee-pee. Strong heart is so gravitational feel. I like these ending credits. They're nice. And then the filthy straights went back to Japan to be straight. And eventually spawn offspring that would proceed to be not so straight. Aw. Capcom is back. I mean, they would be if this game had done better. If you saw Wedding Bells, you would have screamed. Oh, I would have screamed in a good way. Oh, I dropped my tea. Oh, that was very good. Oh, make up your mind, game. Is it the gay ending or the straight ending? The closest thing we're gonna get to anime. No more spilling tea, no promises. No anime. Very sad. Even when the ending's straight, it's still gay. It's like Kamen Rider. That's just these games in a nutshell. Oh, how do these compare to other Ace Attorney games? That's a good question. I don't know how I can answer that. I don't know if I can answer that right now. Because this is the actual end of a chapter. Like, it was kind of the end before. With the end of, Dual Destinies, obviously, but, like, I think we knew at that point that these games might be getting localized at some point, or the fan translations. So it was like, I'll be able to play these eventually, but now it's actually over. Until we get 7. Oh, I didn't like Kazuma being prosecutor. No, that's not different. No, I still did not care that the game decided to go that route again. There are a couple of ass on DLC cases, but they didn't get in this collection. That's lame. Now extra. This feels very anticlimactic, not gonna lie. Baby pictures in the art gallery. Oh, we got animatics and shit. Oh my god! Well, let's be glad that didn't happen. Plushies. No art of him as a prosecutor. I wonder, was that always the plan? Like, I do wonder just how much of this game was planned in advance, because Kazuma got really popular, right? Was he always supposed to be revealed to be alive? I wonder. Now that shows looks like he did cocaine, so does this one. Good God! Holy shit! Oh my god, we dodged a bullet. What the fuck is this nonsense? Yeah, good call. Oh my god. He looks like a prosecutor from Layton. Jesus Christ, that man went through a lot. Giant ass sandals. Yeah, I'm just looking through stuff, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I can judge against other games quite yet. It was very good, I cannot stress that enough. There were some things that bugged me. Oh, they warn you. Oh, that's nice. Like, there were some things that bugged me. There were some logic gaps in the trials that pissed me off. And just in general, there are certain plot points where it's like, did you really have to go there? You could have done something different. Pacing, obviously the pacing I talked about, yeah, like the pacing in these last two trials, or one trial across two chapters, was very, very rough. Just a very, very bizarre Kamen Rider build-esque. Oh, baby Barack. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's adorable. Look at his dog. Look at Balmung. Oh. God damn it. He's teaching him the leg thing. Oh my god. Clint taught him how to leg. Clint could also leg. Oh man, it's genetic. Iris, you gotta work on your rider kick. That's awesome. Can I zoom in? I can. Yep. Oh my god. That's great. That's cool. It's cool that they included this. I'm not gonna read over everything, just because I don't have it in me, but that's very cool. That's cute.
Teach me how to leg, brother.
So flexible. Good god. But yeah, no, the this was originally supposed to be 3 games thing makes a lot of sense. Cause yeah, like those last 2 chapters were like really, really rough. Just like I said, a very strange combination of too fast yet too slow. Younger Mikotoba, oh my god. What the fuck? Baby Iris, oh my god. Jesus. Waka Heist kitties. Y'all see something? I don't see anything. And I would have been, I'm genuinely sad the first game didn't sell very well. If this was supposed to be a trilogy, I would have liked to have seen it with its, with the proper pacing. Because yeah, like Trial 3 felt like a Trial 5, and then the last 2 felt like an entire game. So I can absolutely buy that. Fucking the character designs, Jesus Christ. I mean, there are always exceptions. OMG, I'm like on for Persona 5. Yeah, a little bit. She's got the poise. Also the hologram thing. Like, I was making fun. I was more memeing than anything else. Like, yeah, Kazuma's Master Apprentice, like, if that was the intent of all of that, that definitely feels like something that probably should have been built up over, like, the course of an entire game. Like, that was a pretty huge drop. The holograms really bugged you. They don't bug me in a way that I'm, like, actively offended because it's so stupid and refuge in Audacity. Because, like I said, like, I cannot stress this enough. That level of technology would have been so incomprehensible back then. Oh my god, poor Vigil. Like, that level of technology would, like, straight up just be considered magic. Oh man. So grizzled. Iris is flop. Oh, look at the chivis. Look at the chivis. Who's the cat in the top hat? Whose is that? Is that Barak's? Oh, it is. Yeah, it has the same cloak. Oh my god. How come we never got that? Kazuma's got one. Holy shit. Oh, we were robbed. We were robbed. He's got one for Gina. Oh. That's fucking adorable. Yeah, Male was based off a unicorn, yeah. Yeah, I got it once he started having his breakdown. You could definitely see it. Oh, they do have separate covers for both games. Oh, I'm an idiot. I probably should have changed those at some point in the overlay. Whoops. Yeah, Gina the Hedgehog is adorable as fuck. Oh, I can see you made me Sonic the Hedgehog because it's owned by Sega and they also make Persona 5. You're so thoughtful, Iris.
Like, I don't know what video games are. I just thought the Hedgehog was cute. I don't play that game.
What do you mean you don't fucking play that game?
There's the combination art. But yeah, like some issues, definitely. Like I said, mostly the pacing. But generally speaking, very good. The second game obviously much more so than the first, but I enjoy this immensely. Capcom maybe. It's I don't know. Like, was this game properly advertised in Japan? The first one, rather? Like, was it even given a fair chance and people just weren't interested, or did Capcom throw it to the wolves? I don't know enough about the full history there. Child invented everything. Iris invented literally everything. Oh, see, wasn't Iris supposed to have a Japanese-style outfit to go along with Sholmes's? Kinda sad that's not in here. It was, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it definitely is at least partially the fault of the 3DS. It was talking about one of the arts. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, that's honestly probably the biggest part of it. The 3DS was fucking on death's door at that point. Like, they were releasing games on that console long after they had any right to be. Oh, I hope they're okay. I'm also kind of sad, yeah, considering this is such a duology and, like, the games tied so closely together, I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see, conclusions for, like, the people who were only in the first one. No Gyarados, except that one. That one can stay. That one can stay away. But yeah, no conclusion on the Gyarados or the eggs and Skulkins. Not much you could say on the latter. It's like, oh, they're still in jail, surprise, but hey. They're starting a band together with the Redheads and Vigil. PQ, yeah, PQ2 not having English VA, that was also that reason, yeah. So I get it. It's unfortunate that we couldn't see this to its full, Takemi's proper vision of this, but for what we got, this was very good. Like, if Ace Attorney 7 is not real, it seems pretty certain that it's gonna actually happen, just not this year. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, but, on the off chance it didn't, this was a very good note to end it on. Ever migrated to Switch during that exactly. There should be a case for Speckle and Schmide, please. Want to see a sort of fan project? Depends on what it is. Possibly not tonight. What do I want in Ace Attorney 7? I want Athena's game. I want Phoenix to purely be in a mentor role. I want an Athena game. Genuinely. Or if I can't have that because honestly, because I know the reaction to Athena is lukewarm for most people. If you can't give her her own game or don't think she can carry her own game or whatever, then I would like to see Apollo, you know, come back to Japanifornia and see the family properly reunited on a like permanent basis. But hey, Athena and Trucy. I mean, Trucy's not a lawyer. Only so much you can do with Trucy beyond having her get accused of murder again. Live stream chat. Project Baskerville teaser. Did I look at the moving pictures? What's moving pictures? I don't know. I have no idea what these are. Oh, that's the commercial. That had them crossover. Just extra stuff. Not too interested, honestly. Promo vids, yeah. Alright, I figured. Alright, what is Project Baskerville? Oh, it's like a fan-made prequel game. Like I said, I don't know. Could be interesting, but don't think that's necessarily what I want from the franchise. But Also because of how long it took this game to get localized and all the legal conundrums surrounding Sherlock Holmes, giving a spin-off dedicated entirely to him and Mikotoba, probably not a good idea. But hey, as a fan thing, it's fine. A prequel for a prequel, exactly. It's like, after a certain point, I'm not interested in going that far back. If they had done it from the start, like I said, and like had more of the stuff fully fleshed out, then hey. But like I said, a lot of the times with backstory, like when Mikotoba at the very end after the main trial, when Mikotoba was like going over his motivation for everything, I was like, okay, I kind of could have already inferred a lot of this, but okay, sir. But yeah, again, just goes back to the weird pacing issue. Oof. I'm trying to think of other stuff to say. I'm running thin. I've made a lot of my thoughts pretty clear, I think. Bring back Sebastian. Oh, there's another wish list. Yeah, bring back Sebastian, please. That's what I want. Although, granted, that's not going to make any sense for the Western audience who didn't play the fan translation. They'd have to have an official localization for Investigations 2 first before they probably brought Sebastian back, unfortunately. The Wiggle dominance. The Wiggle dominance was pretty strong. Vigil in general was very strong. I hope he better not have a harsh sentence. If that made it like what again, kind of a rushed conclusion. What happens to all of Strongheart's other collaborators who are still alive? Like, you please fucking tell me Caden ends up paying in some capacity for what he's done? Please? Like, that man absolutely should not be going back to his job as a fucking chief warder. Hope all of them end up in jail. I hope they fucking... I hope they choke on their own bile and suffocate to death, slowly and painfully. Oh my god. What are these? Are these worth it? In case you can't tell, I'm very tired. So unless any of this stuff actually adds anything of substance, I'm not terribly interested, I'm sorry to say. Bonus episode, we can do it later. That could be a good idea, yeah. Because I do want to think on it and like do an updated tier list and everything. They're fun but long. Oh god, then yeah, definitely not tonight. Alright, point, yeah, maybe at some point, maybe at some point I can do a bonus where I'll maybe do those and then do the tier list depending on how long either or takes. Watch some videos. Nah, I know it's early. I know it's early. That did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. I'm still glad I didn't force myself to finish last night, but I honestly thought that was gonna take a lot longer than it ended up. Someone was like, there are 7 segments getting to Strongheart, or to finish off Strongheart, but most of those segments were just pointing evidence. A certain duo comes back, so we should wait to savor it. Oh, absolutely. My boys, my sons, please bring them home. Yeah, I know it's early, but I think I'm gonna call it here because, like I said, now that I'm done with this game, I need to address some current scheduling things. I'm trying to debate if I should even include this in the video. It's nothing major. It's something I haven't already mentioned, but just formal announcement. So yeah, this game was good. 10 out of 10. If you don't care about anything else about my current streaming schedule and whatnot, skip to the end. But so I've been feeling really burnt out lately. Like really, really tired. Having trouble sleeping. General depression, all that fun stuff. So I think I'm overdue for a break. Like it's been a hot minute since I took like an actual proper extended period of time off. I believe the closest would have been Christmas last year. Take a month off? I'm not taking 2 months off. I'm absolutely probably not taking that long off. But just in general. So my current plan is, would I do watches on my off days? Yes, I'm getting to that, yeah. So as of this moment, my current plan is for the following week anyway. I might change this depending on how I'm feeling by the end of next week. Or it might be all I need, and that's all it will be is a week off. But what I'm currently planning to do is our next regular group watch, not the After Dark crap that I've been doing. Our next regular group watch is the Boondocks. The current plan is going to be to just marathon that this week. Like just do group watches, throughout the week and get that done. Not done. I'm not trying to rush through the Boondocks. I love the Boondocks, but that's the thing. Boondocks is, relaxing, fun. I don't have to worry about being funny. The show will be funny for me. So I'm gonna do that. Depending on how I'm feeling after all that, I might still try and stream on weekends. Mainly because Friday is my birthday, and I've been talking about doing the Final Fantasy X birthday stream for a while. So yeah, I'm hoping that'll be all it takes. Is just a week of not having to worry about playing games. Playing one of my favorite games of all time over the weekends. And then if I'm feeling okay after the weekend, then we may or may not go back to No More Heroes. I may take another week, either doing more group watches or doing literally nothing. If I don't feel like I'm getting sufficient rest still doing the group watches. And also, it's at some point between all that, I have to come online for like 1 hour to do the Genshin quests. I also do have to do that, but that's fine. But yeah, just that won't take too long if I'm just watching the cutscenes. But yeah, I can manage that much at least too. But yeah, just I'm playing it by ear for now. Like that's the current plan. That's just the current. This is what I'm doing for the week. If I need more after that, then I will, adjust things as needed. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be fine. Like I said, I love these games. Also yeah, the Smash stream this on Tuesday morning. Yes, we are still doing that as far as I know as well. Yeah, assuming the Genshin quest is an hour, probably. But yeah, it'll be fine. Genshin's chill. Yeah, once again, I don't know how early I'll play on a week. I know it's way outside my usual schedule, but yeah, on Tuesday morning before the Smash stream, me, Ivy, and Ian will be playing that Nicktoons game, I believe, is the plan, and then watching the direct, so I can be salty and mad. I promise not to be too salty and mad. I'm probably just gonna be in no fucks mode, honestly. I'll try and keep my mouth shut, but Nicktoons will be fun at least. Fuck Genshin, go to rest. I will. But alrighty, yeah. just like when people consistently tell me, yeah, you seem like you need a break, or yeah, you seemed out of it lately, I'm like, okay, I should probably take the hint. If Ivy and Ian start some shit, you will not be a happy one, Pump. It'll be fine. I'll keep my mouth shut. Hopefully. It's either I get too snarky and Ian snaps at me, or I keep quiet and I won't. May or may not oversleep. Yeah, I forget what time that even is. I'm gonna have to figure it out and try and get my sleep schedule back on track before then. But alright. But that's me. That's me. This was Ace Attorney. It's been... How long did it take to go? When did we start? When did we start the first game? That was like one of the earliest playthroughs I did, right? That was like right after Doki Doki, I think. How long has this journey been? 1 year, 2 years? I don't even know. It's been a while. But yeah, I absolutely adore these games. I'm very sad that I don't have any more of these directly to look forward to besides the crossover, besides the possibility of 7. September-ish. So yeah. Yeah, 2 years. Good God. It's been an adventure. I don't know what my life would be like without these games now. It's given me so many children, so many husbandos, so many fan fictions that I can now fully read again without worrying about spoilers and look up fan art for. Just good times. I cannot thank y'all enough for joining me on this journey. I'm actually crying. I love these games. I love these games so much. I cannot stress this enough. I know I complain about minor nitpicks and stupid bullshit, but that's just because my brain is broken. I adore these fucking games. Ace Attorney inspired games would be possible? Oh yeah. Like, I don't think it was directly inspired, but what's Ghost Trick? Ghost Trick is something very similar, right? We gotta do Ghost Trick at some point. I hear nothing but good things about that game. Glad you're here winning the Ace Attorney chance without me, Gambrick. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, like I said, I think it may have been Java, who's never here anymore, but yeah, whoever it was, everyone who voted for the first game back when I did regular polls to decide what game to play next, just thank y'all for making this happen. If only Ivy and Ian could play it, I'll keep talking to them. I will never stop trying to force my friends to play games I like, no matter how horribly it may backfire. Like that time I made Ian play Xenoblade 1 for 1 whole hour. But yeah. Absolutely legendary. So many voices. God. Really wish you had voted for it, but you were being nice at the time. Best, don't let your salt show. Ugh. Don't forget about LaBelle. I had just forgotten. Damn it! Stop reminding me. Wonder if you can make your own. Godspeed if you do. These games are magical. All right. I guess until the bonus episode and or the tier list update, I want to do both of those things. I'm not sure. LaBelle, LaBelle is just a Shamsphere ancestor. Or reincarnation. Magic and mythical creatures, so many possibilities. I mean, why not? That's the beauty of it. Just fucking throw it all in. I'll still roll my eyes at silly stuff that's like in excess, like the fucking hologram thing. But at the end of the day, it's Ace Attorney. So long, and thanks for all the ships. Oh, that's perfect. I'm writing that one down right now. Jesus Christ. Ugh. But yeah. Alright. Like I said, once I'm over this burnout rut, whatever you want to call it, I will try to do some kind of bonus episode where, like I said, kill Rex one more time to end this. Sure, of course. Whoa! Always. Once I'm feeling better, we'll try to do the bonus episode, and I'll also try to do these, whatever they're called. They're apparently pretty long, but hopefully we'll be alright. Also, just in time for tea time. Perfect ending time. Yeah, we'll come back at some point. We'll do these. I'll update my tier list for both the characters and the games. The last time I did that, it took like 2 hours, so that'll be fun. And just once again reminisce on what a fucking magical voyage this has been. That's the name of that shitty Christopher Columbus movie. You see how I brought that back? Ba-boom! Yeah. Until then, alrighty. I will look forward to the next Ace Attorney game. Actual Ace Attorney or just inspired by. I will keep you all posted about the schedule stuff in the Discord. Until next time, thank you all for coming out. Special thanks to I Need Professional Help, all of the Go-Kart and Above patrons, each and every single person who voted for the first game, who's joined me through every stream of this or watched the VODs later. I love you all. Nighty-night.